and Anthony on satellite radio. Host Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie here. Controversial team. And Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy comment, profanity-laced rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Yeah, come on, bring it on. You know what? I think this is hilarious.
A whole big bunch of fun.
The greatest show on satellite radio today.
This show is like the box of chocolates that Forrest's mother was talking about.
You're a no-good son of a bitch.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
We're so much fucking better than you.
Absolute lunacy.
If you're giving me the hook, fine, whatever.
Well, what's going
I do
on?
what I'm told. I don't.
Completely out of control.
It doesn't get better than this. Come on, it's shocking.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's do this. Hi, everybody.
We got to hurry up and do this radio show. I got a hockey game to go to.
Oh, shit.
And you got a parade to avoid, so we should jump right in and start this shit.
Exactly.
What is it, Columbus Day today?
Yes, the day that everybody comes out and bashes good old Christopher Columbus for being a murderous Itralian coming over here to the United States, well, what it was before then, just some land, and discovering it, even though there were Indians here.
How many Indians do you think were in America?
Who knows?
What would your guess be?
Who knows? You can't tell by anything they built or did, so fuck them. That's what I say. I've always said that.
So how did he get away with discovering America if people were already here? Because we didn't think Indians were like a full human?
No, because they couldn't build tall ships that could get across the ocean. They didn't have like cool weaponry and things like that. And they were, as they called them back then, savages. So
Savages, but not human beings.
Right. It was kind of like, they look like people, but I don't see any, I don't see any buildings. I don't see any modern shit that humans make.
Did you buy that Columbus story when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Or did you question it when you saw like the big ships in the harbor or whatever, and you saw the engines on the land doing what they've been doing for many, many years before Columbus and his people came here?
They brought cornucopias.
But did you buy into the fact they discovered America?
Yes.
You did.
I still do.
I was like, what is this horse shit? You can't discover something that other people have already discovered.
Discover that's a gray area with this situation, but I will say he claimed it, for Queen Isabella.
He claimed it for the smart people.
And, yeah. He claimed it, and then once you claim something...
It's yours.
It's yours, especially back then. No one knew what they were doing.
Well, I just claimed your computer. Hand it over.
No, see, I have this, and I can defend it.
Yeah, you can.
So that is a different... Therein lies the difference.
Yeah, you
As a
can.
matter of fact, I'll take your computer.
I can almost defend myself.
Right, sitting Opie.
Wow, look at this. We're having a little history lesson right here. I'm the engine, and you're the fucking Columbus fucking meatballs.
Yeah, I don't know,
But that doesn't mean that you discovered it because you're more powerful. You got weaponry, and they just have bows and arrows.
I think if you go somewhere and bump into a big chunk of land that no one knew was there,
Right.
you discovered it.
But people were there.
Yeah, they were there, but the word didn't get back. When Columbus came back, he was like, "Holy shit, I found this place."
Right.
And it was a discovery.
For that world.
Yeah, for the old world.
But not the world that was already sitting nice.
No, they pretty much
So there's some
had dibs.
You think there's some Indian out there? Well, he's long dead now, obviously.
Yeah.
That actually discovered America and gets no credit for it.
Yeah,
Who was that Indian?
I think from the facial features and whatnot, I do believe in one of the theories that the American Indians, did come down from the north, from maybe even Russia, over the Bering Straits, which was connected.
Eskimos.
And then down where they adapted to the hotter climate and became what we know as American Indians.
Well, explain this then. How did we get rid of the flat-faced Eskimo look?
Well, Indians sometimes do have that same facial feature.
Not so much, though. So
Not so much.
What were they breeding with to kind of change their look?
Over time,
Over
time, nature adapts.
under the blue skies.
We adapt. Now, if you look at an Eskimo, he is set up physically for cold weather. You know, the small, like proboscis.
Be careful, Jimmy the
and
Greek.
stuff. No, I'm just saying that.
See, what you got is the Eskimo with the small nostrils.
You're retaining body heat by not having anything that's sticking out too far and pumping blood into an area that wind can whisk over and steal body heat away. So hence the smaller features and the smaller eyes because the reflection of the snow and the sun.
Wait,
Then
you're
the
trying to
American
tell me?
Indian comes down here.
Hold on.
Yes,
You're trying
sir,
to tell
yes,
me
sir.
the Eskimos have squinty eyes because they had to squint a lot, and then nature eventually just said, you know what? Instead of squinting a lot, we'll just make your eyes that way.
Very bright up there.
That's
very
fucked up.
bright with the sun.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
You think it's as easy as that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they came down here, they adapted
So do
to
people
a
in-
certain warmer lifestyle.
Do people in Iceland have really big eyes?
No, but if you notice people in Iceland, because again, it's cold there,
Right.
They do kind of have a look at Bjork.
Bjork.
But Bjork has squinty eyes.
Well, because she came from somewhere else?
Some kind of Nordic thing. Like the people do have kind of thinner eyes. They're not Asian.
So there's a lot of glare up in Iceland, too?
Anywhere
I've never
you
been.
go
I
up
don't know.
north, it's a certain place. You get kind of
Where's there less glare where you got the big eye people?
big-eyed people. You look at places like Ecuador.
Danny's writing that. I know all that, Danny. We're just having a radio show. It's called Natural Selection. Go back to school if you want to know
Danny-
the real shit.
Danny's watched a lot of Discovery
I
Channel.
see that. Where are the big-eyed people?
The big-eyed people are in Africa.
Yeah.
If you notice Africa, you get a lot of big eyes.
Right.
South America,
Right.
You get some big-eye people because
They don't have a lot of sun there?
A lot of vegetation, a lot of jungle. You're under a canopy of rainforest.
So you don't have to squint as much.
So you don't have to squint
and
as
you need
much.
your eyes wide open.
Right, because there are a lot of predators around. So you got to be constantly on guard. Whoa, whoa.
This is the best lesson I've ever had in my life.
It's just amazing.
I like this way better than going to school to learn this shit.
I buy into this theory. I do, absolutely. And then the American Indians, they came by and they slowly lost some of those facial characteristics of the Eskimo and the Russian, Siberian Russians.
Right.
And became American Indians after finding some warmer climates and adapted to America.
Nice.
Just in time to be completely slaughtered.
So someone else could discover America.
Right.
And fuck it up.
The real big schnozzola of Chris Columbus. Mamma mia.
You're an Italian, right?
That's right.
You good with this?
I'm fine with it. I love Chris Columbus. He's our hero.
Yeah.
Came over in big boats that were just amazing. What it must have looked like to the American Indian looking out.
Could you imagine?
And seeing giant ships just going, what the fuck is that? We don't even have a wheel.
They didn't have a wheel?
No, they'd have those travois.
those
Those
stupid
two sticks
travois.
with the leather in between, and they would pull shit.
Wouldn't that get just stuck in the dirt all the time?
Yeah, well, they put it
Why
on the
couldn't
back
they
of a
figure it
horse.
out?
Just make round things that roll.
Why couldn't the people that came before us figure out the wheel way before they did?
That's why they're not in charge anymore.
All you had to do was see a rock roll down a hill or something. Go, wow, why don't we
Ding.
imitate that?
Ding, the light bulb
But they
goes
eventually
off over your
did.
head.
But
Yeah.
for many, many years, they just watched rocks rolling down the hill going, wow. What the
Meanwhile, over there in certain parts of Europe, oh my God, wheels like crazy on the carts to cart away the dead.
The black man invented all this stuff.
Well, the stoplight. I know the black man invented the stoplight.
Where's Earl? He'll tell you all the black inventions.
Or at least, some kind of filament.
Of course he invented the stoplight. See, I'm with you today. See?
All right. Enough said.
Stop already. So it's Columbus Day, and
Yes.
we got a parade route that we got to get on the other side of.
Yes.
What time is that parade today?
11
it
o'clock,
starts?
They shut down all the shit.
I know the coverage starts at noon with, know who they got this year?
Who they got?
Joe Piscopo.
Ooh.
Joe Piscopo
It's
will be doing
fallen
parade
off a bit.
coverage. You think?
Oh, who's the Grand Marshal?
Grand Marshal, like who's that?
He's
is
like
it, is
the
it
big
usually a
muckety-muck.
politician or is it like a celebrity?
Yeah, it's a celebrity usually, and then they wave. And,
So I guess some of the Soprano people have done it over the years, or no?
Oh yeah, well that's probably
No, I don't know.
be a
I'm
bad
asking.
image. You know how they are. They get a little like,
Fuck, who cares? We all make fun of everybody. Just relax.
I know. Calm
Relax
down.
and enjoy.
Who's the Grand Marshal? Let's see. Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Should be me. Snooky. Shut up.
Stupid
It's not Snooky.
Once again, I was watching Jersey
She's
Shore
the
last
Grand
night.
Marshmallow.
I know this is an ADD.
No?
I know this is an ADD show. I was watching the
Uh-huh.
Jersey Shore last night. I don't know why this show is popular.
I don't either.
Are we officially too old for this shit? Why are people watching Jersey Shore? I ask this question once a week.
It's sort of the freak show
They
thing.
just
but
hang
I'm
out in
just-
a house.
I don't care.
Like when you watch The Real World, they were actually doing shit in the house. This
Yeah.
house, they just hang out and do nothing and wait for T-shirt time. Then they'd sing a song. It's T-shirt time, and then they go out and party. And that footage isn't even good because it's so loud in the club. They have to have subtitles on the screen, and then they show like the situation spreading his fucking herp or whatever the fuck he has to many different girls. And then someone brings a girl back to the house. That's the whole show.
Yeah.
Like, what is this show about?
Yeah. There's no no one. I don't care about them. Like, I don't give a flying fuck. Not that I cared about the Real World people, but their stories were kind of compelling.
Right.
They were interesting.
They had
characters.
backstories. They believed in something. They argued their point. These people are
Very one-dimensional, just kind of fucking, all right, look, you got this fucking idiot.
Right.
And this is his gimmick.
Right.
And then you got Snooki, and she's the drunk idiot.
Right.
But none of them have anything else. They don't go in depth into any of the other parts of them.
and
Gives a shit.
I understand when the show first hit. You know, it's different, so people like watching, but they're still watching. The
Yeah.
numbers for this show are ridiculous.
That's huge.
And I just sit there and watch and go, why?
Why? I don't get it.
Why?
I don't
in the
care.
end.
Maria Bartiromo is the Grand Marshal of the Columbus Day Parade.
Who?
You might know her as the money,
yeah.
Money Honey, as she was known years
On Wall
ago.
Street, right.
Before she became a little long in the tooth and a little married. But back when we were at NEW.
I think Danny's a fan, though, because she wore the glasses, right, Danny? She's got the glasses look you like?
No, Maria Bartiromo isn't the glasses chick.
Sure she was. Wasn't she?
No. She was
Which one?
when
Oh, you're
when
right.
Gary Wall was our PD.
What do you mean she's long in the tooth now?
Well, she's not as hot as she used to be when they called her the Money Honey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she got married and shit. And she's not bad. I'm not saying she's bad.
What is she now? Money not so honey?
But yeah, money,
money.
men's a men's.
Oh, that's her nowadays?
Is it her now? I don't know. What's the date on that fucking thing? No, I don't think that's close.
Yeah,
She still
whatever.
looks good. I mean, she's all right looking.
Right.
She's probably got a big, nasty Italian bush, though, I bet. Big, fucking,
Why?
black, thick,
Are the
hairy
Italians still growing the bush hair?
Italian hair. No, they could shave it, but by the time they go out, like they could shave it when they're ready to go out, but by the time they hit the sack after the date and everything,
That's already
it's Fred Flintstone mouth.
right down there.
She's definitely got that.
right down there where the naughtiness happened.
Italian chicks just really have a little trouble keeping that hair in line.
Yeah, what do you
And to
do?
me.
Well, you guys are part black. That's why.
You know, the Moors,
The Moors came.
when the Moops came over.
Well, that's good. So we got the Columbus Day Parade.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm going to the Islander Ranger game today out there on Long Island, Anthony.
Yeah.
And it segs into my little rant that I have about the New York Islanders, a team I followed since I was just a little nugget.
You're a bandwagon jumper with that team, I
I
think.
sure am, man.
This
I
is the
sure
first
am.
year you're really paying attention, I think.
Well, I need another week to even know who the fuck's on the team, first of all. The whole team changed again.
Yeah.
But I drive up to the Nassau Coliseum. It's the big home opener. The big home opener for my team. We've all been to home openers, right?
Home opener, yes.
Home opener?
Yes.
When the Yankees have a home opener, it's like pomp and what's that other
It's
word?
huge.
Stance?
Circumcision.
Circumcision?
No, pomp and circumstance. Yes.
Were they really?
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2011 New York Yankees. Oh,
Right.
it's just a giant thing.
I mean, Yankees a great franchise, even though I'm not a fan. But you could think of the lesser teams in in every sports league, right?
The Gophers?
The what?
You got tickets for the Gophers? Are you kidding?
So I drive up to Nassau Coliseum for the big home opener. And the first thing I noticed as I was driving into the parking lot, I've been paying $7 for parking for the last few years. And so I hand my 20.
Yeah.
I can afford it, I understand, but I'm talking for everybody else.
The common man.
The common man,
Right.
sure. And they hand me $10 back.
Go, hey, bub.
So the first thing I noticed, they just decided to raise parking about what would that percentage be? About 40%?
Oh, shit, don't make us figure out percentage.
All right, but it goes from $7 to $10.
Yeah.
And I was telling you before the show, usually when people decide they want more of your money, they decide they want to rip you off.
Yeah.
They actually put a fresh coat of paint on it to make it look like they did something.
Some new lines in the parking lot.
Yeah, my point being, if you're going to raise parking by $3 and rip off, people even more, maybe you should make it look good. Maybe you pave the fucking parking lot.
Repave it.
Maybe, like you just said, you put new lines in so you can figure out where the fuck you can park in the lot.
Yeah.
Instead of making up your own parking spot, because no one has given a shit about this parking lot for years. Maybe you sweep the whole fucking thing so you don't get a flat tire from the bolts and the nails that happen to be in the parking lot from years of whatever the fuck happens in there. Fill in a couple potholes. No, you now pay $10 for the same shitty parking.
Same shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you fucking dress it up a little bit?
You'd think they'd do that just so you can't really bitch and complain.
Right. Then I walk into just what I have to say is the worst presentation it has to be in the NHL anyway.
It's got to literally
I
be.
go to Ranger games because I live in Manhattan, so I get to go to the Madison Square Garden a few times a year.
Excitement.
I got the in-laws down in Philly, so I get to check out a couple Flyer games every year. And because they're right over there, I go to the Devils too. So I go to 4 different arenas every hockey season. This place is such a shithole. I'm starting to look up now and wonder if these rafters are going to fall down on us during one of these games. You know, the scoreboard did once.
It fell down, yeah.
During the off season or something. No one was in the place, but the whole fucking scoreboard did fall. So I'm looking up going, when the fuck are the rafters going to start falling in this shithole? And they refuse to build a new arena out there.
They've done nothing to it.
Nothing since I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember, with the first time I saw Charlie Daniels there.
Right.
And they have not done one thing.
Right. And, you walk in, you feel like you're going to a minor league hockey game compared to these other places I get to go.
Where it's modernized, excitement. The second you walk in to the Garden for a Ranger game, isn't it exciting?
Yes,
it's
it
like,
is.
wow, this is fucking
Look, it kills me
hockey.
to say it. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Flyers. You go in and the lights, there's just lights and lasers and bright lights. They changed their bulbs.
Crazy.
The lighting at Nassau Coliseum is even shitty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you can't get a new arena, I get it, but how about you dress up the product? The team itself is a good. I have no problems with the team, the coaches, none of that shit. But
slap a coat of paint on the walls.
Slap a coat of paint on the walls. Roger Luce, who we know very well from our BAB days, he still does a great job calling the game for the people inside. Absolutely. I'm not trashing him, but I'm pretty much trashing everybody else. The broad that took Jill Nicolini's place years ago, Jill Nicolini used to be the girl that would work the crowd. Yeah. And she was great. Fucking.
Oh, I thought you meant the Canadian girl. The one that took Jill Nicolini's place.
Oh.
Get it?
Well, then get her to the fucking Coliseum. Because she would do a better job than the broad they got.
Yeah.
Who just looks haggard for her age. Doesn't have the skills to be on mic or on camera.
No.
Has a shitty, teeth smile after she talks.
Ew, that looks painful.
So then I walk into the Coliseum, and one of the things I do is I get a Starbucks coffee, especially, I don't drink, I don't drink that much. I'll have a few beers throughout the year, but nothing crazy. But I'll have a cup of coffee, right? My Starbucks coffee was replaced by Capital One coffee.
Well, people do know how good banks make coffee.
And the theme is Capital One, I guess, bought the concessions I don't know what they bought, but it's Capital One everywhere, which is just shitty white containers on everything with their shitty Capital One logo.
Capital One.
They have the worst fucking logo. So now
their motto is, "What's in your wallet? Can we please have it?"
Yeah, exactly. So now my Starbucks coffee, which is a little nice and the logo's nice, you feel like you're drinking a nice cup of coffee, is now Capital One coffee in a shitty white fucking cup, no better than any crappy deli coffee you would get. And then my brother, who went with his son, he gets his thing is he gets a big thing of popcorn to start the game, right?
Aw.
Nice big thing of popcorn. Now the popcorn is half the size in a shitty white box with the Capital One logo. Now it's Capital One popcorn. There you go. You're getting your sponsorship out there.
It is just, it's the corporations taking over, man. Why doesn't Jesse Ventura investigate that whole thing? The New World Order corporations taking over our popcorn. I got stuck watching that too.
Yeah,
Not stuck. It's the best thing ever.
It's got to be the best.
Did you
show.
watch the first season? Because they gave us a free copy.
No, I did not.
Of the first show
I couldn't
of the
be
next
bothered.
season, dude. It's a scream.
Wait, should I watch the first season or the second season?
Second season's coming up, I guess.
Oh, you mean
the
you
middle of
watched
October?
Oh, they gave us a disc of the whole first season.
No, they gave us a disc of the first show of the second season,
Which you watched.
which I just watched over the weekend.
Yeah.
It just had me roaring, especially after watching that parody of the guy doing
The wrestling
Jesse.
thing?
Yeah, on the wrestling.
Yeah, we got so much
It's
to
just
do today.
he.
What was the first episode about?
It was about. I was laughing so hard at the whole thing. Oh, it was. No, you know something? I completely forgot. It was because I also watched one about 2012, which I think was from last year.
Right.
Oh, this one was about Plum Island.
Plum
Island, right off of the coast of Long Island. And are they using it for experimentation on animals and human beings? and I'm watching, what the fuck is this? He goes, and then the best part, we're taking a boat out to Plum Island. I was a governor. I was a Navy SEAL. I should be allowed access. And then Coast Guard, like, a little Zodiac starts following him.
Yeah.
There's the Coast Guard. They sure don't want us there. It's like, it's a fucking installation that no one's allowed in,
Of
dummy.
course.
They're turning us back.
They're turning you back because they don't want the rest of your hair to fall out, Governor.
Yeah, they're saving you.
You know how contaminated that island is at this point?
And then they had remember the Long Island, the Montauk Monster?
Oh,
that was in the
yeah.
news, and it
Sure.
turned out to be like a fucking
Giant squid or
It was
something?
a raccoon.
Oh, that thing. Okay, I'm sorry, yes.
Or a turtle without its shell. They had some guy who amounted to nothing more than a blogger.
Okay.
Nothing more than a blogger, a conspiracy blogger.
Sure.
And he was like, Governor, all these animals have been washing up on shore, and they come from Plum Island. There's irrefutable evidence, people. I think we knocked the lid off this one.
Oh, my God.
And it was just proven to be something else.
I think my brother's a marine biologist. Didn't he explain to us what it was?
Yeah.
What was it? I forgot. There was an actual explanation for what was it called? The
Montauk Monster.
Monster that washed ashore, and it was either a dog that was in the water too long, or a raccoon, or
when things end up in the water.
Oh, they're saying it was a raccoon, Danny. Raccoon.
Yeah, when it ends up in the water and the fur comes off and then it gets sunburned and shit.
Right.
It's just a fucking raccoon.
Look, there it is on the internet, Jesse.
Yeah, well, you buy the government's line that it's a raccoon. Go ahead. I was a Navy SEAL, and I've never seen anything like that when I was treading water.
Looks like you were practicing your Jesse Ventura over the weekend.
It was all
It's
I was
perfect.
doing. Yeah, my girlie over the house there.
Yeah.
She could not deal. All I was doing all weekend was conspiracy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we got to go to the Apple store. I've never seen an Apple in the place. I want to talk to Steve Jobs about this Apple store. Hi, I'm Jesse, the governor. Can I get in the stockroom? No. They won't even let an ex-governor in the stockroom to prove there are no apples in this. Right, Jesse. It didn't matter. Everything became a conspiracy.
What is he saying about Plum Island? We all know it's a fucking...
That it's a place that is specifically made to create things for germ warfare. It has nothing to do with anthrax and hoof and mouth, and they're trying to find cures for animal diseases. These are all animal disease things that aren't transferred to people. It's a very secure island. That's why they didn't let Jesse on the fucking thing.
It is a creepy island, though.
That's where we had to turn around. At one point he goes, "Yep, we're being shadowed by the Coast Guard." And they had to use a telephoto fucking lens, and you could barely see this little raft, the Coast Guard raft.
Right.
It could have been anywhere.
That's funny.
There I was. They won't let me on the facility. Of course they won't. It's a secure island.
Plus, they're trying to work.
Yeah, let them work. Let the poor fuckers just work, Jesse.
Just trying to work.
And then he gets in the boardroom with his people.
Right.
I want you to talk to this guy in New York who claims he knows an employee that saw everything.
Who are the people, though?
They're bloggers.
Just other whack jobs.
One guy was internet reporter, they called him.
Oh, really?
Internet reporter. You know what that is? Copy, paste, copy, paste.
Now good at 10 o'clock and I can't handle it.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks. From an internet reporter is reporting this. Opie and Anthony are dicks. And how do you respond to charges? The show was a lot funnier on NEW. I'm reading a website here from an internet reporter.
Oh, Jesus. Might as well, right?
It's exactly it.
Same
Come
shit.
on.
Oh, that's great. All right, now I gotta watch.
God.
I gotta watch Conspiracy with Jesse Ventura.
Why did they tell Hannibal Lecter he could stay there on Plum Island? He's a fucking ass. It was so goddamn funny to watch, though.
I gotta. Do we have another copy in the office?
You
I don't
gotta
think they
take
actually gave me one.
Because
now I gotta watch.
Yeah, all the dramatic moves he does and the dramatic camera work. We were laughing that there's no fucking way the staff and the people that edit it and put together the clips and come up with the stock footage aren't roaring laughing at Jesse.
Right.
Directly laughing at him as he's got his arms crossed and they're doing that circular camera move around him as he's looking up at the sky like, I'll get to the bottom of this. No, you won't.
Well,
there he is with his arms folded.
His first season was successful because they gave him a second season.
Do you know apparently there's a giant shelter underneath the Denver airport for political people and rich people for 2012?
That's what he's saying.
Oh, it's here. And then as he's driving out of the Denver airport, they see these pipes, these square pipes.
Right.
And they slow-mo it. And he goes, there they are. No mistaking that those are going to be tunnels. Because apparently there's tunnels from NORAD, Cheyenne Mountain Complex in NORAD, to
all the way to Denver?
The shelter under the Denver airport.
Well, maybe they're just
irrefutable proof, Opie.
Maybe it's like Disney World where they got.
Don't give me your poppycock.
Maybe they got an underworld city or something because the airport's so big. They need space for shit.
How about the fact that a lot of times you got to kind of take a tunnel from the terminal to baggage,
right?
You know, and whatever it is.
Of course.
And there's trains and. Why, if the airport is already built, why are they still excavating? They're still excavating and digging. Well, maybe they're building something else near there. Yeah, that's the government's line.
He's going to ruin it for all you real conspiracy theory people out there.
Oh, it's great.
He's going to ruin it for everybody.
It is great.
Hey, just to finish up, so... Oh, you did that because of the Capital One popcorn.
Yeah, Capital One. Yeah, of course.
Just two
it
more.
Always goes back around.
Just really quick. So then, you know, this is the home opener for the Islanders, and their produced piece was some weird fucking like almost hair metal-y song that I never heard of with highlights like this is the year for the Islanders, and it's supposed to get the crowd pumped, and no one's pumped. They're like, what what is this horseshit? Who fucking put this together? Hofstra College?
Oh, yeah, right. It's right down the road.
I mean, somebody that they decided they didn't want to put a lot of money into the big production piece that started the season.
Yeah.
Then they then they haul out like a square and a rectangle where the players are going to come out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It kind of looked like speakers. No, it was like extra video screens
Are you kidding me?
You know how everyone else in the fucking sports world are coming up with these massive, video screens?
They're giant screens, and they're all around the perimeter of the place, so
Right.
you know where you're sitting, you can see it.
This was just to kind of try to enhance the presentation as the players came out with
that's
some
bad.
lame ass leftover from a Charlie Daniels concert smoke machine in the background.
It's sad.
And then finally, they're doing a lot of video presentations, up on the Jumbotron, whatever the fuck they call theirs, right? And the audio's out of sync. It's opening night.
Hey, stink.
It's the home opener. My brother goes, the fucking audio is out of sync. I'm like, they'll probably fix. I'm trying to be like the optimist. I'm like, they'll probably fix that. It's probably just a little. They didn't realize. It's just. It's just a setting. That's pretty easy to fix. The entire game, the audio was off by at least a second and a half. It's your home opener, assholes.
They stink.
And then my brother looks around and goes, "Well, I don't even think they sold out the home opener. How do you not sell out the home opener?"
Because no one wants to go to that shithole.
I go, maybe the security lines are long, and that happens a lot. You know, sure enough, like late in the first period, these seats were still empty. I'm like, holy shit, they didn't even sell out the home opener. There's thousands of people that aren't here.
Yeah, I was saying I went to the range yesterday, and it was right about when the Islander game was starting when I left.
Right.
And I looked, and I said, I think there's an Islander game tonight.
Right.
Like, the lot wasn't full.
Right.
The parking lot wasn't full, so I thought, maybe there's some small fucking minor league bullshit going on in there. Mm-hmm. No, it was the Islanders.
Yeah.
No one went.
Hey, man, I could, if you want to hire me, I could easily turn that shit around for you. I could easily turn around the presentation.
Turn around.
The whole presentation. I could turn that around in a second for you, but it's going to cost you. Tell Wang I'm ready.
Hey, Wang.
Give me a fucking call, and I'll consult you fuckers and teach you a thing or two. Or how about you do this? Go to any other NHL game in the league and see what the fuck they're doing.
Take a look around.
There's excitement in between plays and stuff. And then finally, I don't know if this is a new thing everywhere, but when a goal is scored or there's a big hit on the ice, you want to see the replay. So everybody, you're trained to look up.
Right.
Go, okay, they're going to show the replay. They didn't show any replays, and every time you looked up, it was a commercial. Is that what they're doing now?
Wow.
Because they know they got your attention, because you're used to, if you go to a lot of sporting events, you look right up when something just happened because you want to see the replay.
Fucks.
Next thing you know, it's some lame-ass fucking commercial for some lame-ass shit I'll never fucking buy or anybody else in the place.
And they must be like, all right, your commercial placement is right after a goal.
Right.
So everyone's going to be looking at it.
Everyone's going to look up.
So
That's probably how they're selling it. You're right.
Fuckload of money
You're
for
right.
that one. Oh, brother.
They didn't show any of the big hits. They didn't show any the fights. They didn't show any of the goals on the replay. So then I'm talking to my brother. Maybe the fucking replay thing is busted and not ready for the season. I was, being a longtime Islander fan, I am so fucking disappointed.
That stinks.
I mean, it's one thing to not have a new arena, but you could jazz up your presentation no matter what it is.
Something.
No matter what it is.
Like you said, just go to another fucking arena, look around and go, all right, that's nice, that's exciting, that looks fun.
And ready for this? Puddle AIDS, you're absolutely right. He does a sports blog. It's pretty good. We promote it every once in a while.
An expert in sports. He does a sports blog.
He writes, ha, 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 ha. Your Islanders have a college radio station as their Islanders radio network. It's true.
Is that it, Hofstra?
It's true. It's true.
Is it Hofstra?
It's true. A college radio station is doing the radio fucking play-by-play.
That's beautiful. That place is just
or it's being broadcast on a college radio station. There's something weird. They couldn't get a real fucking radio station
that'll carry the games?
to carry the game, so it's
hysterical.
It's on a college radio station or something.
Sad.
So
real sad.
And I'm going there today for the big Ranger game, which is embarrassing because now I'll sit there and there'll be more Ranger fans at the game than Islander fans.
Yep.
That's what it's come down to. Just fucking
sad.
Move the team at this point.
Yeah, would it even be like, I think people are hanging on to nostalgia.
Well, then there was an interview because, this may be too local, but there's something called the Lighthouse Project, but there's some politician in the way out there on Long Island that she doesn't want to get this done for whatever reason. I don't pay attention to politics too closely because I think they're all full of shit.
Carolyn McCarthy.
But one of them is in the way of this project. So then they had another fucking political dummy that they interviewed before the game, and they did that interview before the game to get everyone pumped. And, of course, the audio was out of sync. And saying, we're talking to Charles Wang, and we're doing everything we can to make sure this team stays in Nassau County after 2015. Like the big dramatic, wow. There, you could hear crickets. The whole arena's like, yeah, whatever. We've been hearing this for fucking years. And we're here even though we think the rafters might fall on us at any moment.
Was he really like thinking he was going to get the big?
Oh yeah, he was
big
pumping.
Build up, and he'd have to start talking louder because we are going to. People be like going crazy.
And it was nothing.
Nothingness.
It was absolute nothingness.
Oh.
You know, there's hope maybe we can move this fucking team to Queens or something.
And we're gonna destroy Lincoln. All right.
Is it all right or?
I think yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was that type of shit.
It's not easy coming up here. Shit. Wow, they got to do something.
It's just disappointing. I mean, the presentation is disappointing. You know,
aren't they thinking about putting it next to City
Oh, really?
Field
Are
or
they?
something?
They're also thinking of going to
Are they?
Kansas City. No offense to that guy you're reading on Pal Talk.
It's just Kurt Love. He's a dick.
They've been saying this horse shit for years.
Yes,
for fucking years.
Put it near City Field.
Years.
But
instead you get the parking going up and you get the Capital One logo on everything.
With your
Thank you.
delicious Capital One coffee
And the delicious cold popcorn because they have to get it nice in the Capital One fucking boxes.
in the tiny little box.
Because it's more important to make sure everyone knows where the popcorn came from than actually making the popcorn tasty.
Yes.
Cold fucking popcorn because they got to pack them in the Capital One fucking boxes. Remember when you got popcorn, like, there's the popcorn machine.
Yeah.
And you get a nice warm bag of popcorn.
Right there.
Not anymore because you got to shove it in the Capital One popcorn box.
That's
God.
bad.
Unbelievable.
Shit.
What else is going on? You want to take a break before we get into the other shit?
Yeah, it was. Took a little. I did a Louis festival because Netflix, by the way, they listen to Anthony,
And they got the Louis on the Netflix.
They listened to me bitch and complain that I tried to go to Amazon and it was a big confusing mess. And then finally, I get home and Netflix has Louis season 1 available for streaming.
Good for you.
Right there. So I did all 13 episodes, watched them. I'd seen some, I missed some, and fucking show's brilliant.
It was great.
There wasn't one bad episode.
Did you see the episode where the high school kid threatens to beat him up?
Oh yeah,
that should win an award.
that was so
that
fucking
show should
good.
win. If he's, I know you put one of your shows into the till to see if
That's
it
a
can win
great
an
one.
award. That's the one they gotta be putting in there.
That kid was good, man. He was the typical douchebag
Great.
that would do something like that. What are you doing?
Yeah. For the people that didn't see that episode, Louis is on a date. They're in some kind of diner or some kind of place late at night, and
having a nice little conversation with his date.
Right, and these drunken high school kids come in with their varsity jackets.
Yeah, all
and,
rambunctious and loud.
And one of them comes up to Louis and basically fucking threatens him.
Because Louis told him, he's like, hey, could you guys keep it down?
Right.
Because they were having a good conversation.
Right.
And then the guy comes over, and his knuckles are all busted up because he had belted someone else in the face a couple of days before, and just lays the law down to Louis, like, I could just... How about I beat the shit out of you right now?
Right.
He goes, well, why don't you tell me that you don't want me to beat the shit out of you?
And Louis basically...
He's like, all right, could you not beat the shit out of me? No, I didn't think... No, that wasn't good enough.
Right.
You didn't mean it.
Right in front of his girl he's trying to impress.
He
Oh,
emasculated him. Emasculated him.
Fuck.
That was great. Yeah.
And then the girl's not into Louis as much anymore.
I know. It's like just something
and then Louis,
primal. I don't know.
And then Louis pissed off, so then fucking follows the kid all the way home to, I think, Staten Island, right? Because there was ferries and subways involved. And right up to the guy's front door, then knocks on the door, and then has this conversation with the father outside as they're smoking a cigarette. It's an amazing episode.
Yeah, because the father grabbed the kid and just starts smacking him in the face, and Louis like, hey, this is why he's like this. What the fuck are you doing?
Right.
But, then they had just a conversation sitting out on the stoop, smoking cigarettes and shit.
Unbelievable.
Louis really fucking good. At playing Louis. I mean, it's like his facial expressions are great. His stand-up is hysterical when they go to the stand-up clips. It's just a fucking solid show.
But the guy has confidence too because he puts this thing together. He's a great director. He does everything.
He does
basically.
everything. Yeah.
And he knows exactly what he wants to do with his show.
And to have the freedom to do that,
and he's
no
not
one
listening
gets that.
to many people from the outside. You can tell.
No, he does.
You
what
can tell
he does.
because it takes balls to do that episode we just described, where he just most of the episode is him just following him home,
a guy,
trying to figure out what he wants to do to this guy.
Yeah, I know. Like
it could be
should I
anything.
just kill him.
It
or
could be
fucking,
anything from you're thinking, wow, is Louis going to kill this kid, stab him,
blindside him with a punch,
right.
or something? But no.
And you, the viewers, you're just sitting there waiting to see how this is going to end, and you're totally into it right to the end when they have that conversation on the stoop.
Yeah, it's a fucking great show, man.
Unbelievable.
Cool. And Jimmy was on TV this weekend.
I couldn't stay up for that. I
watched that one. He had a good part. He fucking just shows his ass too.
I'm bored to death.
His fucking ass just is bored to death. Yeah, his ass is just completely hanging out as he's fighting with somebody.
Right.
He had a good part though. He had like a meaty part, a lot of lines.
Yeah, I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
So
cool. Let's eat sandwiches.
Yeah, we'll eat. Then we'll get into this 10-10-10 thing because it's just amazing. A lot of people got married because it was 10-10-10.
Oh, it's all over the news.
We got that and other things. Also, I hung out at Strawberry Fields.
Did you?
Or Strawberry Field, I don't know what they call it. Which is across the street from the Dakota, of course, where Lennon was shot and killed.
You're kidding?
And everybody was out there, all the freaks of...
Was that Lennon guy that always fucking... He puts the little round glasses on and plays Lennon songs on an acoustic guitar there.
They had
fucking hate that guy.
They had a bunch of guys there.
Oh,
around the Imagine logo. I think they were sitting in a hippie circle or something playing Beatles songs. Because I couldn't even get close to that because I went there to check it. I love that type of shit. I love people watching.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just a weird fucking
weird vibe over there.
A strange vibe. Can I tell you the one thing with the documentary lady real fast?
Yeah.
Because there's not much to say there. There's just a lot of fucking hippies out there. Impromptu, like, marching bands going up and down, playing Beatles songs. But there was some documentary being filmed by, I don't know, some foreigners, I guess. And they were talking to this typical New Yorker. And I was filming her, and then I'm like, wow, she has nothing to say. So I turn off my HD flip, and right when I turn it off, she said the most ridiculous thing ever. And it starts by this. When someone gets a camera shoved in their face or a microphone, they feel like, holy shit, I got to be an expert right now.
My opinion matters.
So they're just babbling shit they don't even believe, but they think this is what the camera wants, or in this case, the documentary wants. She goes, this is such a special place. Now, she's in between the Dakota and Strawberry Field where the famous Imagine thing is that everyone has seen at this point, right? She goes, this is such a special place. You got good versus evil. And the guy's like, what do you mean by that? She goes, well, right there at the Dakota is where evil lies. Meaning that's where Lennon was shot and killed, right? That is
I think they cleaned it up and put the guy in jail. I don't think evil lies there anymore.
Thank you. Plus the fact Yoko still lives in the evil building. She never left the evil building.
Well, maybe she has a point there then.
But she goes, that's where evil is. And then she goes, hey, right by. Her voice is getting all excited. Right behind me is Strawberry Field, where there's peace and love. Good versus evil right here. And then she goes, I feel so much safer in Strawberry Field than I do in front of the Dakota. And I'm sitting there like, what a stupid bitch you are.
All right, dummy.
Yeah, why don't you go to Strawberry Field when it gets dark out? Because you feel like it's a safe place.
Yeah, there you go.
As someone is lurking in the darkness to knock a hippie over the head and take their wallet.
Yeah. Go to Rape Field. It's called Rape Field every other day of the week.
But you don't feel as safe in front of the Dakota where it's all lit up.
Yeah, lit up. It's a building.
Oh, really?
There's doormen. There's yeah.
But she was pontificating about good versus evil right there in this spot.
Dummy.
I'm like, fuck, why am I not filming right now? But that's it about that, I guess.
That's it about that.
Oh, you know what? And we got to play the Jesse Ventura wrestling thing later, too.
Ah, yes. Jesse Ventura.
I saw it before, and then Joe DeRosa brought it to our attention as well.
It's so goddamn funny, man.
It's a parody on the Jesse Ventura conspiracy show, obviously, where he's going. He's got all his old wrestling friends.
Yeah, a couple of wrestlers
to help him
in
with his
there, and
conspiracies.
The whole thing is based on the fact that Jesse goes in to see if wrestling is fake.
Right. It's really funny. Do you think the audio's worth playing on the show?
I'm not sure. It is visual because the guy does such a good Jesse Ventura. When he's talking to someone and they do the reaction shot, his lip is quivering. He's shaking.
Yeah.
It's like really good. If not, you can just link it somewhere.
Maybe we'll tweet it or something
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the people. But he talks to the Ultimate
It's
Warrior.
great. Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior. He's moving. It's great.
Got an update also on What the Hell Is That after the break. We got to get people for the What the Hell Is That bit.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that as well. Lots to do today. Opie and Anthony.
Sirius XM, the Opie and Anthony Show. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony, we got Rich Voss in studio today.
Certainly do.
Yeah,
Bananas Comedy Club, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. One show Friday. This Friday?
yeah.
This Friday. And then 2 shows Saturday. BananasComedyClub.com for your tickets to see Rich Voss.
That can.
What's up with you, Rich? Anything? What's going on in your world?
We watched the Comedy Central special last night. Thank you, everybody that tuned in.
Yeah, it was you, Mike DiStefano, Norton,
And Bobby Kelly.
Bob Kelly.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great lineup for a nice Comedy Central special.
Yeah, it was cool. It was shot pretty cool, the way the look, it was like just a cool look. A couple bits of mine they took out. I'm upset, but
Why would they take them out?
I don't know, but the good thing is I could do them now on another special or whatever.
Oh.
But you were telling me those are some solid bits.
Yeah, there were
that
some
gets-
really good
that-
ones.
That gets a real good reaction. They took it out of the special.
Yeah, but
Why?
see, here's the thing.
If you're doing a comedy addiction type
I
combo for Comedy Central, everyone knows it's a bunch of guys that have had addiction problems, and now they're talking about it and making it funny.
Well,
you should leave all the shit in there.
I think it has to do with timing and commercials and,
So you don't
yeah.
think they
spacing.
chopped it because the material was too
no,
edgy?
it definitely wasn't because the material was
Oh,
edgy,
then
'cause
what the fuck? They got to do what they got to do.
it was because of editing,
I understand that. I don't
Yeah.
understand when they take out the best bits because they
Yeah.
feel like it's too edgy.
Oh, no, because, Mike had some edgy stuff. No, we all did. It was uncensored. They played it at
Sure.
1 a.m.
Sure.
And I never blame the network. It's the editors. People in the network aren't sitting over top of it. It's just some editors in an editing booth going, oh, this is what I think is, it's like with our movie.
Is there a point to this, or we're just going to babble?
Well, I'm
going to
leave it.
15 minutes.
I'm gonna
are we
listen.
going somewhere with this?
Yes, we are. Listen,
All right, let's go.
Listen, fucking
We all-
professional stallers. What are you fucking talking about? Your whole fucking show is a stall. All right? Hold on. We're going to go to our 86th caller. Go fuck yourselves. All right? I'm telling the story when it leads in. I know. Really. You haven't said anything here in 5 years that means anything. So after the
Get to your fucking
special,
point. Let's
after
go. It's Columbus Day.
We just we had sex, my wife and I, last night.
How'd that work out?
It was good because
First time in how long?
2 weeks, I think. Since
Really?
I got it.
Is that like your schedule now? 2 weeks?
Yeah, I count the rubbers before I leave town. I know exactly.
I bet he does.
I'm sure
yeah,
he does.
I had 6 before I left, and I had 6 when I got
If
back.
she was cheating
3
on you-
Viagra pills.
But if she was cheating on you, wouldn't she just get her own fucking rubbers?
So you never. Sometimes they slip up, man. That's how you catch people. It's a slip up.
Wow.
Watch Law and Order. The shower fucking nozzles always turn all the way to the right. I can tell the shampoo bottles are facing a certain way before I leave.
Wow, really? You fucking set it up.
Yeah, man.
Do you go in search of pubic hair ever?
I've done that before. But they all taste the same. So you never know. So
how'd it work out?
It was good
Yeah,
sex
good
because I didn't
sex.
have to kiss her. We just did it.
Why don't you wanna kiss your
It's
wife?
like fucking a hooker. It is. You don't kiss them, right?
Why don't you
And
wanna
I
kiss
put
your
a
wife,
fake car
though?
door
Did you
in my
just
room, and she opened it and spit out of it.
Toss a 20 at her when you're done?
Yes. It was fucking
You don't like
good.
kissing your wife anymore?
It's all right, but it's not like you used to. When I used to pick her up at the airport when I first met her, and I used to pick her up, she'd come in from L.A., we sit in the car and make out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make out. Like, what the? Who does that now? Do you make out with your wife? Make out?
Make out, yeah.
Really?
Not as much as when we first met. I
Okay.
I understand what you're saying, but it's still cool when we do.
So that's the key. You said it's not as much, and you only been married a year or so, right?
Almost 2.
Almost 2.
Been together 6.
All right. So we've been married over 5 years. So if you're at almost after 2, by 5 you'll be where I'm at. I'm not fucking kissing her.
Making out with her.
But all right, so maybe why not? Why though?
Why?
Yeah, why don't you want to kiss her anymore? 5 years into your marriage.
One, it's a time killer. 2, if it doesn't lead to sex, what's the sense?
You don't see the point in it. It doesn't give you like any kind of pleasure. So it's like, why bother? Is that
Does she
it?
have bad breath or something?
No, she's a good kisser and everything, but then it gets all fucking,
I want to. You're not
it's
really
too
explaining.
emotional. It's too,
Oh, you don't like emotions. I forgot.
you
you
it's
don't like being
ridiculous.
emotional.
Who wants to get all
Voss doesn't like
emotionally
being-
connected with their wife? Because it's not going to, because when the
that's the-
inevitable happens,
But that's the one person you should still be emotional with.
shit.
yeah,
I know you don't like anyone touching you and all that shit, or
it's-
discussing emotions, but at least maybe with your wife.
Yeah, no, because the only people like that really can't hurt you are your kids.
Oh,
You know,
And you
Don't-
can make out with them.
yeah, I know.
You really think your kids aren't going to hurt you?
Huh?
What are you, nuts? You're
How
going to
they
be the
gonna-
only parent that doesn't have kids that hurt them?
Then how are they going to hurt you? As long as they don't
So far,
sleep
so
with
good.
black people, how could they really hurt you?
That's pretty much the one.
It's the one.
Your
That's
daughter,
the biggie.
That's when they come on.
your daughters have never hurt you? Not it, maybe unintentionally, but
Not real. No,
you've never
they-
been hurt by something
not
they've
yet.
done or said?
And they're kind of reaching that age where they're past that.
Yeah, I know.
like, where they could really fuck you up.
Their
you know.
teenage years were pretty good.
The only time my one daughter stayed out all night and lied, but
boy.
That's basic
everybody's
shit,
done
though.
that.
Basic shit,
Yeah,
right?
so what can they do? They're not doing, drugs. They're not,
Yeah.
That you know
They,
My parents thought I wasn't doing drugs during those years, too.
no, because my kids have asthma, so they're not really.
Okay, well,
I'll give you asthma.
so he knows.
I know they're not running around sucking dick.
I can't breathe.
They can't breathe.
Oh, shit.
So,
Oh, my God. If there's an inhaler with cum around the fucking thing, then there's a problem.
So if you have a daughter with asthma, that's a blessing.
what are you kidding me? I made sure I smoked in the car.
Right. You can't.
Keep that shit going
You
for a
can't
while.
really smoke the pot, right? You can't. They
Yeah.
can't be blowing guys.
You're not doing.
They
you're not
can't
smoking
do,
freebase.
They really can't do lines because you got to keep breathing.
Yeah.
You can't smoke cigarettes. There's just a bunch of alcoholic prudes.
I always
So you
thought
say-
asthma was a bad thing. Now I'm thinking it's a good thing to have.
Do you see any kind of like addictive personalities in them, like you have? Like
my
does it
middle
worry you?
daughter.
Yeah?
My middle daughter.
In what way? Like what do you
She's
think?
very, like me, very superficial. Like I,
Very superficial.
like I started buying them like when they were young, they wanted Louis Vuitton pocketbooks, and I bought them fake ones, but they look real.
Yeah.
And they were like, young, and then
knockoffs,
I started
right?
buying them like True Religion jeans because I would swear, and I realized these are kids, in $200-something jeans, and now that's my middle daughter. That's all she wants is nice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She wants, she wants my car. She just wants nice stuff.
Yeah,
so,
but I mean, like, you don't see any problems in the future with her being addicted.
No,
and
that's-
addictive personality.
no, that's why I question whether they're mine. But
Oh,
they
really?
usually say that's every other generation. I think.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
really?
I don't know. I think so. Or I'm making that up.
That's skipped generation.
Wait a minute.
Or that's baldness. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We can't let them get past that, though.
What?
You think your newer daughter, Raylan.
Yeah. It's Rain. Did you
Ray-
did you
oh.
call her Ray Lynn? Raylyn?
That's a callback. Sorry. No,
It's Raina Lynn though.
Raina Lynn.
Yeah.
Close enough.
But we don't call her Raina Lynn. We call her Raina.
Raina, I'm sorry. Right.
That's like someone coming up to me. Hey, Richard Ira.
Right.
Oh,
Well-
really? Is it Richard Ira?
You question if she's your daughter,
Everybody does.
but now you're starting. Now
Well, not you, because your kid, you both have blonde hair. So if your kid had like black curly hair, then you would
you're
question
insane, though. Your daughter. I mean, I know we've done this bit a million
Yeah, no,
times, but
but-
it's going to lead to the second part of this. You're insane because your daughter looks like you, the one you
it.
had
You're
with
the
Bonnie.
one who says that. No one say.
No one else says that.
Yeah, they always go.
In
Oh,
the
she
eyes,
looks like Bonnie.
you could see the Bonnie too, obviously. But this is my point. So you question if she's your daughter, but I never knew you question if your older daughters are yours as well.
Oh, all of them. I don't trust.
Why?
Because one, I don't trust women. One, okay, you can't trust them. I don't care how close they are, how nice, you can't trust.
So all three of your kids, you question if they're actually yours.
Yeah, well, now I'm used to my 20 and 19-year-olds.
But
So
there's still a slight.
So even if they're not,
yeah, I mean, I've already
You've invested time,
enough, and
But there's a slight doubt in your head that they're not yours.
of course.
why
That's
don't you
not,
ever have
of course. I don't think that's the average
I
thought
think-
of a guy.
I think it is.
Why don't
No
you ever
way.
do a DNA?
Oh, I'm doing it with the baby for the movie.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah, it's part of the movie.
God, please!
No.
I would love
Yeah,
that.
he doesn't. He says for the movie, but
No, it is.
He figured out
Yeah.
a way to get it done. Look, Bonnie, we'll do it for the movie. You
No,
know, I
it
know
was
it's
a-
my kid, but this would be
This is
fun
her
for the
idea.
movie.
It was
No,
her-
you really need this done so you can sleep at
but I
night.
keep putting it off. She goes, "You want to film it?" I go, "No, let's wait." I'm too
Oh
nervous.
yeah. You know
Where does that come from?
Huh?
It's your daughter.
That
I know.
is Rich Voss being the. I'll just be honest. Many years being the guy you were with not being very trustworthy with girls.
Yeah, it's because of my
and
mom.
things like that, and you carry that over with not trusting girls.
Yeah.
Because
I
you were
just
kind of a
said that.
scumbag but you were kind of a
No.
scumbag that would fuck anything that moves and hookers and Jim's fucking getting head while you're tagging her in the ass or the other way
No.
around.
Yeah, but here's because
So you
it's a-
see women in a different light.
Well, that's all because of growing up as a kid. That's all from
Growing
your
up as a
parents.
kid.
Yeah, when like I talked about this before, when your mom drops you off on the doorstep and says, "I don't want him." It's abandonment-ish. I don't want him. You take him. Oh, thanks. That's good. That's a self-esteem booster for a 7-year-old.
And the
I don't want
doorstep
him.
was Auschwitz.
Jesus, right to the Nazi
I
stuff.
know.
My God.
Terrible.
Well, we could dream, can't we?
Whoa, tagging his horrible joke.
I don't know if it was horrible. It might be horrible for you, sir.
I don't know. It's just every, I don't know if
Why
you
would Bonnie stay with you?
Huh?
Why would Bonnie stay with you? She would stay with you, have a kid with another guy, and then continue to be married to you. That's insane. That's insanity.
Well,
Wouldn't
sometimes
she
I'm
just
not saying
fucking
Bonnie.
leave?
I'm not saying Bonnie, but couldn't say you were with a girl in
It
life.
happens. Yes, I get it.
And by they have a quick affair or get raped, and
All right, listen. How many of your daughters you have no doubt in your mind are yours? Out of the three,
no doubt.
no doubt.
Definitely your kid.
And what are the ages
None.
what are the ages of your kids before you answer this?
20, and the other one turned 19.
So 20, 19, and the young one is about 3 now?
3.
Wow, that was a quick 3 years.
Yeah, I know. You know a little too much about this kid. Go ahead.
Oh, look
Hold
at
on.
this.
He's
See?
got-
Look at that.
Wipe that cum off your chin. See, I don't think you have any doubt whatsoever because.
I understand this is something that some guys go through, but
Yeah, I'm not-
but you
listen,
got
I love-
3 daughters. So
I love them
out,
to death.
Out of the 3,
they're the best kids.
how many? No doubt they're yours. You've been living with the one for 20 years. You don't see that she does some of the same shit you do.
Well, they picked that shit up from living with you.
You think it's just all environmental, or you think some of that shit's in the DNA?
Wow, this is getting deep. I would go with environmental. DNA, I would go.
It's both.
You think so?
Absolutely. So
Well,
out of the
when my daughter start cruising rest areas, then I'll know it's in the DNA.
If one gets diagnosed with sickle cell,
There's a Pika balloon following her.
answer my question, out of the 3,
All of them. They're all mine.
yeah. See,
They're all, And you know what? Just say they were. Let's even say some crazy thing. None of them were. I would still love them just as much.
see, that means he has doubt.
Except maybe the
that
baby.
means he has
Except
doubt.
maybe the baby. I haven't really connected yet. But
Why haven't you connected with your baby?
I play a lot of golf. I bought something off of late night television for
Yeah?
golf. Do you watch the Golf Channel ever?
Here and there.
Have you ever seen this V harness thing you put
Yes,
on?
I've seen the V harness. You got the V harness.
The V harness.
Can you put up the thanks, Danny? You got to see the V harness. I do
It's
know
pretty
this
good.
one.
oh God,
This helps your swing,
Yeah.
but you have your swing is retarded.
No, I
you
fixed it.
You shoot, you shoot good numbers, but your swing sucks.
Not anymore.
Because of the V harness?
The V harness.
Really?
And what does the V harness do?
You put a girl in it, right? There's two. You see the elastics on the side there?
Uh-huh.
When you put it on, you strap and you pull the club back. If it breaks, if it doesn't stay, if the tension doesn't stay tense or whatever,
I think I'm seeing that.
then you're swinging wrong.
Looks dangerous.
Huh?
Looks dangerous. It's
kinda
Looks like
cool.
it could snap back and hit you or something.
Why is Kenny Rogers selling the V harness?
Like Kenny Rogers.
With a horrible hair system, by the way.
Yeah, no, I
yes.
think it's good. I haven't taken it to the range yet. I did it in my hotel room.
Do you know how much people would laugh at you if you went to the range with that thing? I think you'd be laughed at.
You think so?
Yeah, like even if it works.
If it was a shooting range, not a golf range.
Yeah, that would be
because
silly.
In golf, people you do anything they can and buy any kind
To
of
try to
product
get better,
to
right,
Try to
right.
get better. What are you kidding me?
What are you doing?
I'm taking the grease off the bacon.
But there's still a lot of grease. It's bacon.
It's turkey
Just enjoy
bacon.
your bacon.
Yeah, really?
Aren't you not even
Yes.
supposed to dig on swine?
This is turkey bacon,
Oh, it's
and that's the
turkey
kind of attitude that's going to turn you into Ralphie.
Attitude.
Ralphie who?
Me.
Oh God!
You know,
Oh, the drug dealer?
he got caught in Guam.
You haven't heard yet?
Yeah.
What happened?
Ralphie May got fucking caught in Guam with pot on him.
In Guam?
This fucking dummy is he's petting fucking drug dogs.
You haven't heard this story yet, Ed?
No.
We haven't talked about it yet.
Oh, shit.
I heard that too. Was he really petting drug dogs?
Not only one, he petted the second one. Once he petted and
Wasn't it
sat.
at the airport?
Oh,
You never
my
pet a dog at
God.
an airport. You avoid those dogs.
Well, you never travel with pot.
With dope on you.
So where is he now? Is he in a Guam
No,
prison?
Guam is part of the
I know
country.
it is. My brother lived there for
Somehow,
a while.
I don't know what that means, but and so they just let him go. Like if that was Turkey, they'd be making like fucking Midnight Express 2, you know.
Forget about it.
So
Good old Ralphie May.
Think how much hash he could tape to his body.
corned beef.
Oh, Ralphie.
Ralphie May says, stupid to pet drug sniffing dogs. No shit.
If you have pot
dummy.
on you, wouldn't you just avoid all dogs and just assume that maybe one of these dogs around the airport is a drug-sniffing dog?
No, a lot of the cops bring their pet dogs to
Yeah,
work.
just have fun with.
Yeah, you know, they get lonely.
He thought they were blind police officers and they were just seeing eye dogs for him.
He thought they were Middle Easterns traveling.
Yeah.
You got to think
the women. They were the women.
He's got a new hour of material now, though, so he's got to be pumped.
He is a writing machine, this guy.
Yeah.
He comes up with a new hour special every week. It's unbelievable.
Wait, here's the story. When I got to baggage claim, this is, of course, Ralphie May's words. I actually walked up to the dog. I love dogs and petted Nikki, the beautiful shepherd mix, and she sat down. That indicates to the handler that I had marijuana on me.
Yeah, that's how they react. They sit.
I didn't know that. I just thought that the dog loved me. Then another dog came over and it sat down as well. I petted that dog too. I was thinking these dogs love me. They could tell I'm a dog person. It could be the stupidest person
dummy.
alive.
First of all, the dog sat because they knew if they moved, they could have been eaten. They saw the perp and they stood still.
Wow, that is
shit.
just stupid.
What the hell is he thinking?
Was Ralphie looking for a bump in his career and said, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll take a little marijuana charge. I'll have a great story to tell.
Yep.
I don't know. I think
This is suspicious. Who's this stupid? Where's Ralphie? Now we have a reason to have him on the show. Could we call Ralphie May? All right, we'll try.
I hear they did a body cavity search and that Kittner boy fell out. No answer on his phone. Did he eat it? Just everything's a fat eating joke.
Jesus.
Fuck it.
You know, I wasn't. Lee's going to back up something I was going to say. Lee, go ahead.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I wasn't sure, so I didn't say it, but go ahead, Lee.
Hey guys. Yeah, I read in online that to eat this, not that shit. That turkey bacon is worse than real bacon because it's loaded full of salt, and salt is worse than
Well, don't they salt up the regular bacon?
Yeah.
A little bit, but to make any kind of flavor out of turkey, they gotta fill it full of things, And the one thing that you're trying to avoid is salt.
No, I don't. First of all, it's funny. When I was out of work, I would always cruise the internet and find out about turkey bacon and stuff like that. I don't eat.
He's
pork
saying you're
or
out of
red
work,
meat.
sir.
I don't eat. It has nothing to do with health. That's not the reason I don't eat. That's the reason I'm eating turkey because I just don't eat red meat or pork. So there's some salt in it. Yeah, there's a lot of salt and things I put in
But
my
how
mouth.
much salt is in turkey bacon? I go behind the scenes and find the bacon conspiracy. Right, Jesse, shut up.
But you brought it up.
I know.
I get confused when you say that.
I gotta
We
yell
would
at
have had Jesse on the air
Jesse.
if you decide not to do the Jesse impression. I'm very confused by you.
But
You know what I learned though? For a while there, I was trying to eat better, and I would get the ground chicken instead of ground beef
Yeah.
and throw that in my sauce, and it tasted
good.
almost as good. Almost. Let's relax. But it's a good alternative. Then I learned to make ground chicken. They throw everything in there. All the shit that is like the skin and everything else, that the parts of the chicken you don't want to eat because it is bad for
But
you.
isn't there like ground chicken you can get that is like the top of the line?
Where?
Because you can get shitty ground beef too, but you can
But
get
where?
like good stuff.
I read that
know.
it's pretty much maybe a specialty store, but the basic chicken, ground chicken shit in your supermarket is worse than ground
Here's
beef.
what you got to
Here's
do.
what
You got to go to a fucking butcher. You pick out some nice chicken cutlets or some shit and give it to the butcher and go, hey, grind this up, motherfucker.
And take the skin off.
No,
You know what? That's
what
a
he's
solution
talking
right there.
about, what Anthony's talking about, what you're talking about has 8 grams of fat. And his ground
I don't
chicken
know
ham.
grams of fat.
well,
I wasn't talking about 8 grams of fat.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
You're talking about 8 grams of fat.
And then what he's talking about
you
is
stupid
ground.
V harness wearing faggot.
He's talking about, okay, woo! Let's start the day off. So he's talking about ground chicken breast.
Yeah.
Which is 2 grams of
Is
fat.
this how they make it
Gotta
right
be
here?
the best.
Yeah, no, it tastes hard. What he's talking
Really?
about is better tasting.
It tastes
and yours
better
is,
because
is
it has
healthier.
all the skin
yeah, it has
and all the fat and
Well, I
shit.
don't know if they put skin in. I know like hot dogs or like pork roll or scrapple has like the pork.
Yeah. We also saw the pink sludge by now, right? That was on the internet.
No, what's that?
You didn't see the pink sludge? This is how they
No.
make your chicken McNuggets? You didn't see the pink sludge?
There's supposed to be like fucking
Holy
a type of plastic in chicken McNuggets, some kind of a foam inhibitor or some shit.
I never thought growing up when I was eating more fast food than I do now, I never thought the chicken McNuggets tasted like chicken. And now I know why.
It was just whatever it was.
What the
tasted
hell?
good with the sauce they gave you.
You haven't seen the pink sludge?
No, is that?
There was a
Oh,
picture of
wow.
the pink sludge, and they said this is what makes chicken McNuggets.
That's now they're grinding up chicken, but they grind up everything.
That's what I was getting
That was just
at.
dead chicken.
Oh,
Look at this
2
mess.
girls and a chicken cup.
Food starch modified.
a
Morton
shitload of salt, ground mustard.
Okay.
Is this the
This is the hot dog one.
Oh, the hot dog one.
Yeah.
Brutal too.
My God.
I mean, it's the same thing.
We're a bunch of Marys.
Look at this.
We're men.
What
We're
the hell
supposed
is
to just
that
eat this
yellow
shit.
stuff?
I don't know, but
That's
the
the mustard.
government knows. That's thermite paint.
Jesse,
And of course, just add water.
just add water.
Of course, stupid Jesse.
Fluoride in it. Yes, fluoride is being put in everything to dwindle down the population.
You know, I saw this one. This is how they make hot dogs.
Yeah.
How it's made rules. I haven't eaten a hot dog since I saw this one. Because look how fucking disgusting that looks.
What
I know
the
in the
hell?
end the hot
Really
dog
is.
tastes
That
good.
looks like
but
a fat chick.
Another. It really did. Ah, shit. Look, it's petting a drug dog.
that looks like a rough Sunday morning after a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
What's coming out of that pipe?
Oh, what are they, casings?
Yeah,
right
and then they
there?
shove it in the casings.
Oh, man. This
Yeah,
is
man,
so
it's-
sick.
Yeah, look.
Wow, look at all them hot dogs. They're flying
Frankfurters.
out.
Those are Frankfurters.
Oh, God. Who's this Nazi woman fucking?
Do you think she
Helga.
enjoys grabbing the
Helga.
Frankfurters?
Oh, look at that
I
life.
bet she could give a
Every
great
fucking-
hand job.
Every day, that's what she does.
Kill yourself. Throw yourself in the machine. That's what they do when they terminate employees. Just put them in that big auger.
Oh, sure.
Make fucking hot dogs out of them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I haven't eaten a hot dog since. This how it's made.
You know
It's
what always
rough.
amazes me when I
This
watch
was a
things
rough
like
one.
How It's Made and you watch shows like this is how much of this shit they sell. Like, how many people are buying hot dogs? Apparently, billions of fucking people.
Right.
Because they need all these hot dogs. They can't go one day without making them.
Making just millions of them.
And it's like, oh, let's see how a fucking doorknob mechanism is made. And then they show doorknob machines, and millions of fucking doorknobs are flying. It's like, how many fucking doorknobs does everyone need?
You're so right.
Just make a shitload of these things.
Like, there would be a real problem if the doorknob factory shut down.
They're shut down for a day. People would go, I can't leave my house. I got no doorknob. Shit.
You got the.
I hate in the winter when the doorknob truck doesn't come anymore.
I know it doesn't. Where do you get your doorknob?
Yeah, where?
Boy, these guys are making. Danny had a good idea to have a show on how they make the machines, on how it's made.
Yeah,
you know, like the presses and the dies.
Because it's all like one-off stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's not like, you know, the same machine that makes the ball bearings is going to make the hot dogs.
No. So there's specialty machines. So do a show on how they make the machine.
And there's so much shit. Like, I would love to know, like, who maintains all that shit?
Yeah.
Like, what happens when something breaks and you need a part? Like, how do you, they have to make a whole new one-off part?
They actually do. I worked at a place called Deutsche Relays, and they made relays. Yeah, whatever. And there were machines that were specialty machines that would make armatures and little screws, just custom made for all this shit. And there was an old guy that ran around with a monocle, and he was German, a monocle and an oil can. Jeez. And his whole job was to maintain all the machines. And every day he'd have his monocle down, one machine would be shut down, and then they would take the die out. And like a machinist on duty would get to the big Bridgeport milling machine and just start grinding away a new piece.
It's
pop
like,
it in.
It's like I was watching a movie with Colin, whatever. It wasn't him. It wasn't him.
No.
But he was working.
Colin who?
No, it wasn't Colin. It was
Colin
the other
Farrell?
guy.
Oh, the other one?
He was working in a machine shop. He lost like 300 pounds to do this.
Yeah.
The machinist.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Right?
The machinist.
Yeah, I thought
Something tells me that movie probably confused you.
I thought he was making Schindler's List too. And like when someone caught their hand and lost an arm, it's kind of almost like an officer being shot or something. That's how they treat it at a machine shop. Yeah. You know, it's like the
lieutenant getting fragged or something.
Yeah, the flag goes at half mast when somebody loses a finger. Everybody's quiet that day at work. You know, there's always an arm gets pulled in. You know, you can always tell a woodshop teacher because they always only have like 2 fingers.
Yeah,
you know,
wasn't good enough to stay at his job, so he had to teach.
Yeah,
so he's at the wood shop with 2 fingers missing. And there's always these rumors of how he lost it.
My friend was cutting wood with a power saw and took off 4 of his fingers.
What, was he holding the wood in front of the blade?
He had a hangover. He was a little buzzed. And he's cutting, right? So the fingers come off like this, and he's kind of like in shock. And there's some little kid running around and stuff outside where the house he's working. He yells, "Go get me a bag of ice." So, you know, and now the kid's traumatized for what's the word?
Sound it out.
Not traumatized.
Sound it out. Traumatized is going up on the wall. Oh, look, our list is gone.
What happened to our list?
Oh, someone took our
We
list.
just updated it with all the new stuff.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Well, add traumatized.
Get traumatized on there.
He's full of trauma. And my friend put his fingers in the bag and they reconnected them, but they're not right. They're not the right fingers in the right places.
Why?
What the fuck?
Because
did the doctor
why did they move them around?
They shattered a bunch of them. They had to piece them on as good as they could. It doesn't look bad. I mean,
right.
You know, it's his left hand, so thank God he doesn't have to shake your hand with his fucked up fingers.
I don't want to shake any dead hands ever.
Ugh.
No.
On living people, especially.
There was a guy in my neighborhood, this old black alcoholic, and he burnt his hand in a fire, and it just was all molded into one, like, long, fucking, one long, like his thumb.
Why
It was
can't
like
they split
this.
that shit back?
That amazing people
Why
melt.
can't they split that back into fingers?
I don't know. Anybody want a piece of turkey bacon?
What did that idiot just do on that video?
Oh, it's watching a video of a circular saw. A guy's putting his finger right up close to a circular saw. It's a safety mechanism called saw stop, and basically it makes it so that you can't cut your fingers off.
Bullshit.
Because basically what happens is, like, there's a small electrical pulse running through the saw blade. So the second it makes contact with something that could conduct, the this brake kind of grabs the saw and stops it and pulls the saw blade into the circular saw.
Look, it broke though.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey,
thing break.
Yeah, but you got your fingers.
Yeah, see that or
so.
missing fingers.
My shredder has like 2 electrodes on it, so you can't stick your fingers in there. If you complete the circuit with your finger, it stops. It's amazing. Safety.
Yeah, why don't we do this before we? Where's the 1010 people?
Oh boy, look out! 1010.
We got something on the 1010 people.
Cares?
The fuck did it go? What did I do?
Was that guy willing to test his own fucking machine?
Yeah, that was his finger.
Yep.
Putting his finger in there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he doesn't have interns.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anthony, yesterday was 10-10-10. Rich, did you know yesterday was 10-10-10?
Yes, I do.
It was a very special day.
Renewed my vows.
Yesterday?
Yeah, 10-10-10.
Did you really?
No. It's another waste. It's renewing vows, please. It's like going to fucking counseling.
You never consider counseling? Did you go with your ex?
Yeah, I went with my ex.
How'd that work out?
I wrote a joke about it. Back in the day, you remember that one? I used to spend $5,000 to have 2 women call me.
Oh, yeah.
We said team up on. First of all, your counseling makes no sense because what are you going to do? Explain your whole life? And they have to know the back. They have to know everything to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to make an assessment of why you two are like the way you are.
Yeah,
you have to go way back. Yeah,
anything I do.
And if the one person explains their point better, then they're going to win.
Yeah, of course.
So obviously
when she could
the
be
wife
the asshole.
won.
Yeah, exactly.
And you would think the one who's paying should be the winner. Counseling's ridiculous.
Yesterday was a very special day, 10-10-10, and a lot of people thought they had the original idea of getting married on 10-10-10, so it's a little special for them.
Yeah, and it makes it easier to remember the anniversary, I guess.
Basically, half the world got married yesterday.
Yeah.
Thinking they were the only ones that came up with this brilliant idea to get married on 10-10-10.
10-10-10.
Weddings are special every day, but on this day, 10-10-2010, to help.
Why did she ruin it?
She ruined it by saying 10-10-2010.
Right, just say 10-10-10.
No.
Dope.
The year 1010 must have been good.
Did 10-10 wins have fun with
10-10-10?
Did 10-10 wins have fun with 10-10-10?
They did the 10-10 twins.
What is that?
It was these girls that were born on 10-10, and they're twins.
I don't get it.
I don't either, but John Montone had fun with it.
They were born October 10th, but what year?
Yeah, exactly.
1910. They wheeled them in.
Weddings are special every day, but on this day, 10-10-2010, Suhel Fernandez and Juan Rodriguez of Washington Heights, Manhattan, found perfection.
She picked the date, and I agreed.
You can never forget our anniversary. Never.
Yes.
St. Rose.
First of all, obviously weddings aren't special. At least mine wasn't when it came to the people that showed up. So they're not really special.
Are you going to let it go ever?
Oh no, I forgot. It's
just
stuck in my head.
Go.
It's stuck in my head.
I even apologized to you. Let it fucking go. I thought I was going to a comedy show. I'm sorry.
Apology would be a gift in the mail. That's how.
Let it go.
If you need a special day to remember.
Yeah. Well, I did. A court date.
Ant didn't remember his wedding day.
I didn't remember. I got it mixed up with Swallows Day, which was March 19th. And my anniversary was May 19th. It was up on the stand with Dominic Barber, like fucking giving me the old 1-2 in court during the divorce. And he goes, "When was your anniversary? Anthony, tell me the date of your wedding anniversary." And I was sitting there and I go, March 19th. No, that is incorrect. Your Honor, do you see the misery she had to go through and endure with the shut up, you fuck?
Really? Because you made a mistake on the anniversary? How many people...
I mixed it up, yeah.
...forget their anniversary?
Yeah, a lot of people, unless it's 10-10-10. It was May 19th, and I mistook it for March 19th. Come on, the M is in there. Well, what do I give a shit?
Close enough.
But yeah, and it was close enough.
Mm-hmm.
The 10-10-10 thing is stupid too, because it could have been 10-10-09, 10-10-08, because the year doesn't matter unless you're trying to remember how many years you've been married.
I guess.
That might work, but if you can't remember that shit,
goodbye.
Maybe goodbye.
Yeah, but what makes it special if they don't use a year? Then everybody could do it 12 times a year.
Oh yeah.
You know,
10,
11,
9,
11, 9, 9, you know,
11.
so that's what makes it. We can't do. No one can do this again till next year in November.
11, 11, 11.
There you go.
And then we'll get a 12, 12, 12.
I know.
No, that's where the world ends.
Oh,
So
yeah, we
it's
don't
over,
do that
Johnny.
one.
It's over. Mayans.
Yeah, forgot about the Mayans. Fucking everything up for us.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, I saw the movie.
St. Rose of Lima Church in Washington Heights hosted another bride walking down the same aisle later in the afternoon.
dummy.
And these are just two of the more than 31,000 ceremonies scheduled for.
There you go. Your special day is shared by half the world. You dopes.
31,000?
What, in the country, I guess? No, in the area?
No, it's St. Patrick's.
Couldn't have been.
Well, I don't know. How many people are married on
You
it?
can't get 31,000 fucking weddings in one spot?
No,
No,
it's
I
around
know
the
that. But I mean, in the country, I guess?
I would think in the world.
Going world?
Country.
I would go with the country. I would go to country.
Wait, 31,000 people getting married?
Yeah.
But every weekend, there's weddings. So how many weddings across the country on any given Saturday, Danny? What would you think?
What's that? I'm sorry.
You're good at this shit.
Say again?
How many weddings on any given Saturday in America? Wow. What would your guess be? They're saying 31,000 yesterday. We don't know.
I would say
if it's for the
50,000.
country, the world.
I would say 50,000. I would say 1,000 a state. I would round it off. 50,000
every Saturday. There's 1,000 weddings per
Wouldn't
state.
You think so?
So then, what's the big deal? Of it's got to be less than 31,000 because they said 31,000.
There's a
10, 10, 10 was a
Look it
big
up.
one.
That would be my guess.
All right. It says here that around 2.3 million couples get married in the U.S. every year, which breaks down to about 6,200 weddings a day.
So why is 31,000?
Well, I think that's averaging. So I mean, let's say most of these happen on the
I got it.
weekend. So.
Okay, I got confused. So about 6,000 a day get married in the United States of America. Yesterday was 31,000. So there was a massive spike because of the special 10-10-10 thing.
Yeah.
Got it. So that means 2,000
timing of weddings? Is that down there if you scroll down a little
42,000 weddings a week? Is that what we're looking at about?
Weddings take place.
All right, so all these people that thought they picked a special day, there was a massive spike in weddings yesterday. Instead of 6,000 couples getting married yesterday, there was 31,000.
Caterers were out of control yesterday. It was insane.
Ceremony scheduled for 10-10-10, according to Brides Magazine. In Las Vegas, couples gambled on the lucky date. And in South Korea, close to 7,000 couples joined together in a mass ceremony. Back in Brooklyn, Mo Massoud wanted a wedding date that would be considered lucky and numerical.
Believe it or not, years and years ago, I've always hoped that this would be the day.
There are just two more lucky number dates left, 11-11-11 and 12-12-12. Then, that's it until the year 3000.
In Korea.
Oh, fuck, man.
Well, shit.
I'm waiting for the year 3000.
Yeah,
that's when I'll get married
only
again.
a few of us will be alive in the year 3000 to enjoy that one.
I'm going to be frozen. My head with Ted Williams, right next to Ted Williams' head. His defrosting head.
You joke, but my pal Weeze, when he dies, he's fucking having a skull on the mantle for his family to enjoy.
That's kind of sick.
Did you guys talk about that when you were up there? He's dead serious about it.
He wants to put his skull on the mantle? On the left side of the mantle?
Yeah, way left. It fell off.
Fell off?
He is going to have his skull preserved. Not his head, his skull.
Oh.
So instead of the family having his ashes, they're going to have his fucking skull.
That's
fucked up. Serious.
That can't fuck kids up at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Daddy's skull on the mantle.
That's fucked up right there.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I told him it was.
That's what I want to do at my funeral. I want to stand up. I want to be propped up with a mic in front of me and have a tape playing, like, you know.
So you die again?
So I die.
Yeah. It's like, he's dying.
I'm dying. Is it hot down here? The comic that never dies. Shecky Cumberbund, the comic that never dies.
You'd be standing there with a microphone. That would be unique. They had one guy on a motorcycle, and it looked like he was like racing on a bike.
Yeah.
It was creepy.
It was
you
creepy.
Just put him in the box, shut the lid, put a picture, play nice music. Go get something to eat.
Play some Time in My Life by Green Day. Whatever the fuck that is.
Whatever.
You want to be buried
Morbid
with
song
something? Like, do you want to put do you?
No, who gives a shit?
You don't want a golf club or something? in there?
No, who gives a
Gonna
shit?
be golfing.
You don't want. I want a
Your
phone.
arms would go flying.
Do any of you guys have the fear of waking up in your coffin? Do you ever have that? You don't have that? That's claustrophobic. Actually.
I think technology these days pretty good with pointing out if you're dead or not.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Twilight Zone where they didn't know that guy was dead until a tear came down his eye?
Tear came down his eye. That's right.
You know. So I mean, crazy. That's why I want one of those houses, those mausoleums or whatever the fuck they call those things. You know,
that's a mausoleum.
Mausoleum, right? And you just sit up with a phone or
the
whatever.
Jews allowed to have those?
Huh? If
Jews
you sublet it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just rent them out and never maintain them properly.
I got other people living.
Yeah,
There's like 40 black guys in one room. That we
the Jews trying to evict them. They won't leave. It'll always end up in court.
By the way, that news dummy was beyond wrong. I hope everyone picked up on it.
Yeah.
It's going to happen way before 3000.
How?
2101. Because it's 2001. So it'll be 111.
It has to be 21.
And then 222. And then we do the whole cycle again.
21, 21, 21.
Why? Why? What's the difference between 2010 and 2110?
Wait, what? Hold on. 21. What's the 21st month?
No, that's not how they do it. Because we're in 2010.
Yeah. 10.
Yeah, but the last two are 10. So
we're not looking at the 20 part.
So you're looking at what, 20?
Yesterday was 10, 10, 10. So when it's
2100.
Right. Why we do the 10, 10, 10 again?
01, 01, 01.
Right. Yeah, I fucked it up with the 10.
No, that's right. Why can't
Well,
you?
she said it won't happen until 3000.
Hey, what the hell's wrong with this dummy?
I fucked up by saying the 10 part. I'm sorry.
No, you're
but,
right.
But
100 years,
2101, it'll be 111. Yeah. So this shit will happen again.
That dummy, you're right.
And when does the 10 thing happen again? Is
Or
that what she was getting at?
2110.
It does, right? So what is she talking about?
2110, it gets to 10, 10, 10. Yeah, because it's 2010 now. It's not 1010.
Or will we be saying 110?
10 is starting to sound like a funny word now.
You're saying it too long.
All right.
Let's get stupid.
Okay, yeah, that was wrong. In 100 years, we just do it over again. Everyone's saying it now. Okay, yeah.
She's an idiot.
Right. Why would she say it won't happen again until 3000?
I don't know. Wow.
She's a woman, and women are stupid.
They are. Dummies. Get in the kitchen and bake something. Leave the broadcasting to us.
Ah, shit.
Opie's right. Okay, 2101 will be 111. Yeah.
Yup.
And then you could just keep doing it every year after that, right? 222, 333, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Hey, are we doing Jocktober today, Ant?
I sure hope so.
Yeah, we should do a little Jocktober.
We gotta
Why are
get
you
some.
staring, you fucking ghoul? Yeah, are you all right?
Is Rich just staring?
He was just staring at me.
Well, because
But your eyes weren't there. Are you all right?
I was thinking.
Oh, wow, when that happens.
That's why I picked up on the stare. It was like lifeless. I'm like, what is he doing?
He has to shut all of his systems down to think. Like all the basic systems have to just shut down.
His heartbeat slows down. It's like 10 beats per minute.
Yeah. His eyesight goes, hearing, everything. He's just thinking.
I've known you forever, and I've never seen a stare like that before. You all right?
Yeah.
What were you thinking of?
Huh? I don't know. I don't.
I was thinking I could use a few more cans of that potted meat.
Exactly.
It was
What goes on in that mind of yours, Carl?
It was a lifeless stare. You all right?
Yeah, I'm
That
good.
was great.
What were you thinking of? Do you know?
Yeah, a couple. I was thinking about when you said Jocktober. I'm going. I wonder if it's going to be one of the radio shows I've done.
If it is what we're doing this year, because we fucked up a lot of you guys last year, just walk out until we're done.
But I can imagine
don't
you
give a
being on
fuck.
any of these shitty shows.
You guys need some of these shitty shows.
It doesn't matter anymore.
To get some people in the
some
seats.
Yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing: if you're in this business and you can't take a joke, you're in the wrong business. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, are any shows going to help you sell out Bananas, the comedy club in
nice.
Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey? One show Friday, October 15th, and two shows Saturday, October 16th. If you need tickets, go to bananascomedyclub.com or call 201-727-2222. 1090 for Rich Voss.
Yeah, I'll sell it if a fucking plane crashes in the room. Fucking sell out.
It'd be more fun.
I'm gonna fucking sit at it.
Feel less of a disaster is what you're saying. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Rich is great on stage, man.
I don't
fucking
fail.
hysterical.
I'm just
He absolutely is great.
He
I
kills.
do an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. I just did up in Rochester, Ohio. And the O&A fans, they come out.
Yeah,
They're just.
absolutely come out.
But the only thing I hate,
Unfortunately, they do come out.
they do come. It's like
Stay
Groundhog's
home,
Day.
assholes.
They come out. You can spot them too.
You can smell 'em.
Well, because they stand when you're selling DVD, CDs or DVD, or before they're standing. You know how I was just looking?
Yeah,
That's
they
how
got
they
that
look.
look all the time.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like they're standing like they're ready to walk in and start just shooting. Like, you know what I mean? It's either or they're waiting for their mom to pull away because their mom just dropped them off.
Yes.
You know, and they're 42, and they're just standing there. And then, they say something really uncomfortable, or, you're just like, talk, say something, do something.
Yeah. Stand there.
Can you imagine if you were a hot broad, how they would fucking act? Standing next to it.
Masturbating like a monkey in front of her, not even caring or knowing it's wrong. Ugh, creeps.
Like
ghouls.
Like a monkey.
They are just awful people. What do you want to do? Take a break and then do some Jocktober there, Oh?
Yeah, we could do a little of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Also, we're doing What the Hell Is That? We'll explain the What the Hell Is That bit with an update.
Love that one.
After these messages.
Sirius XM, the virus. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony Show.
So, do we have a problem with the online feed or not?
Yes.
I've been
it
hearing
seems-
things off and on for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, every time someone's listening to the online feed, at some point it just switches to Ron and Fez.
A lot of people on Twitter saying. So, is it a real problem?
It is a real, actual problem, and I don't know who the fuck to talk to about this.
How great is that?
Yeah. That we don't know who to talk to.
Yeah. How great is that? How great is
Just
that?
astounding.
You just insulted the babysitters, by the way.
It's astounding.
That would be
Because-
the babysitter's job.
It's a problem that's been addressed, but never solved.
But if we know that the online feed is fucking up and the listeners know the online feed is fucking up, why aren't the babysitters taking care of the problem?
That's the problem I'm trying to uncover. Why does Opie and Anthony's feed keep turning into the Ron and Fez show? It's a conspiracy of biblical proportions. Stop.
Those guys are ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's like, fix the fucking thing.
It's basic shit. If you're a babysitter for 202 and 197, and there's obviously an issue, and you have to know about it, get it fixed. You have something to do today. Congratulations. If they even came to work today, I don't even know.
A lot of people listen online.
Of course a lot of people. No answer is what we get?
No answer. That's it. No answer.
I'm not saying who typed that.
Yeah.
It's right here on my BlackBerry. I got a no answer.
Oh,
So-
God. Unbelievable.
What do they do? Does anyone know what they do, the babysitters? I know they fuck up bits. Wait to hear this one, Ant.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on. I don't even get mad anymore because it's just laughable. It really is just laughable. You know, we want to do that prostate thing with Dr. Steve? Dr.
You
Steve.
mean one of the funny fucking bits that would, like, people would really be like, wow, that's kind of funny and entertaining.
Yeah.
It would be a lot of good conversation between Dr. Steve and
Now-
the lunatics that come up here. Sure.
I'm going to take you through an email thing, okay? Ooh. This is going to make a lot of sense, and then we'll move on. So one of the babysitters, Gary, he calls me on Friday. It's Friday. What did I tell him? Between 6 and 10, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing after 10 o'clock for anyone anymore. I am a la carte. So guess what? Because I had to write you back and forth a couple times, you're going to be billed. I'm a la carte. Do you understand?
You're sending a bill for a text?
Yes. Friday afternoon when I'm hanging out with my wife and my kid and you're trying to get a hold of me, that's a la carte time. You are now getting a bill.
Are you like a lawyer where you'll bill in like 10-minute increments?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Those
joking,
bills.
man. They chose this for us, not us.
Mm-hmm.
Between 6 and 10, you won't know the difference. This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
And you always round up. 11 minutes is 20 minutes.
But at 10 o'clock, I ain't fucking around. I ain't talking to nobody. They're not paying me enough. So stop. So he calls me, and of course I don't answer the phone because I see it's him. I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to the babysitters. They don't have my respect at all. At all. Because of things like this, by the way, the online feed. They can't even fix the basic problems around here. So finally, I just look. You can see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Subject: what's up? And then in the place where you should be writing a long email, it's just a question mark.
How much do you charge for texting a question mark?
That's a lot of money, Ed. That's a quarter hour right there.
That's a quarter hour, yeah.
So then he writes back, just want to quickly walk through Dr. Steve's time on your show next week and make sure we can do things you want. And how long have we been doing this? A long fucking
Long time.
What does that mean? I didn't even go over this with Anthony before. I just brought it up on the show. But watch what my pal does right here. What does that email mean?
Problem.
Thank you.
Red flag.
Thank you.
Not going to happen.
Thank you. I'm like, what, do you think I was born yesterday, you stupid dope?
And this is the lulling you into this.
Right.
Like, all right, well, we'll gently ease into the fact that we can't do that.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
You're not here for me or Anthony.
Everything is supposed to be fought for.
Right.
But it doesn't work that way.
So, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So then I'm like, okay. So I wrote back, babysitting my kid right now. What's the issues? I call it babysitting my own kid, Rich. Isn't that terrific? What's the issues? Because I'm not getting on the fucking phone. By the way, another quarter hour.
All right.
Charged to him. Then he writes, would rather talk it through.
Oh, boy.
That ain't happening.
Talk it through ain't
That ain't
good.
happening.
You know what? Talk it through means he couldn't just text, well, it's a go.
Of course.
You know, that would be easy. Well, it's a
God,
go. We'll
Ed.
discuss the details later.
God bless you, because just in case I confused the first email, the second made it very obvious what's going on here. Okay? So he writes, would rather talk it through, but assuming we work through getting the proctology bit approved. What does that mean? Assuming. Usually when they say assuming something, it never happens.
Right.
That is corporate bullshit. I wanted to talk about how we get enough participants on both that and what the hell is that. And then Travis mentioned we didn't have volunteers yet, so I want to see if you were up for focusing on one bit.
Just one bit at a time.
We wanted to do a lot of stuff while Dr. Steve was up here. We wanted to set the Guinness Book of World Records for what?
Most proctology exams. Most
fingers in the asshole within a 4-hour period.
Like, we're going to have a bunch of guys line up, and Dr. Steve's going to put the fucking gloves on.
Right.
One glove at a time, whap, rip that off, another glove, and then go down the line and examine every guy's prostate.
Right.
Can't beat my record.
Right. So
with fingers, not your cock.
But why would they have anything against that? He's a doctor. So
exactly.
He's a doctor.
Rich Voss.
Okay.
Making perfect sense
here.
That's
not only. Oh, you know what? I'm a dentist. Let me look at your teeth. Well, let's go to the lawyers and find out if the dentist can do that.
So he wrote that, right? What do you think I did? What do you think I did at this point, Anthony Cumia? I did not discuss this before bringing it up on the air.
You've texted a single question mark. I know that. You then asked a question. By this point, Opie is probably fed up and doesn't answer.
Ring the bell. Yes. He never got an answer. He never got an answer to that email.
Oh, that is great.
Look for yourself. You see Gary, and what else you see? Nothing.
Yeah, I just figured at this point,
nothing.
It's your weekend.
Nothing.
It's like, why am I doing this?
Because they're just fucking up another bit.
Right.
I can't. They'll never get my respect. Never.
So you guys
never.
Obviously signed a new contract. Okay, I don't know if Norton did because Danny's talking a lot, but so can't you just close the curtains and do what you want? You know what I mean?
No,
and
I
guess we can. I mean, make the decision yourself. Like, cause I think you guys know from the past that you'll make the right decision.
Of course we will.
This is only part A. By the way,
Part A.
By the way, Anthony.
Yeah.
We were just talking about the online feed, and someone is going, "Oh, here they go again," right?
Yeah.
Because I'm bringing this up on the air.
Fuck you.
Sorry, but it's a real issue for a lot of people. They listen to our show online, and it's been fucked up for at least. You're going to go with 2 weeks? I was going to say at least a week. So okay,
I think it's longer than that.
At least 2
yeah.
weeks. Our show is crapping out. It goes into some Ron and Fez stuff for a little while, then back to us. It is a major issue. So sorry we're bringing it up on the air, but this is how people listen to our show, right? You're not going to believe what I'm about to read to you.
Uh-oh.
Are we all in agreement? It's been about 2 weeks?
Yep.
In agreement, it's been about 2 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I call them the babysitters. This is why I don't respect them. This is why I don't talk to them after 10 o'clock, except for a little nod and answer a couple questions when I'm going in the elevator.
2 weeks at least.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
From Gary. Am I going to get in trouble? Because this is internal shit. I got in trouble for this recently, too.
It's on
What's
your
the
phone.
current issue with the feed? ? I and a tech have just checked iPhone, BlackBerry, and online with no problems. So is he hearing about this for the first fucking time? It's an issue that comes and goes. So maybe right now it's everything's fine, but people are having a problem.
Apparently, this was brought up last week. This issue was brought up last week. What? Can we read from the minutes of last week's meeting?
Meetings that we don't go to?
That's what we're going to have to do is just have a stenographer in there.
How many people are saying there's an issue? They're now saying there's no issue, man, because they just checked it right now.
You know how good you guys are? I just realized how good you are. Like, I could never go on stage at a comedy club and sit up there and trash the owner in front of them and expect to work there again. But
these are babysitters. They're not the owners. They're guys that have no business running our channel because they have no experience at this type of radio.
And they have no power?
They're very nice guys, and they're very good at programming music channels. Very good. Matter of fact, Gary programs one of the channels here that I really like. But when it comes to this type of radio, they are in way over their fucking heads. And, Howard Stern has Tim Sabian. Tim knows how to do this type of radio. Tim Sabian is not waiting for Howard to bring it up on the air that there might be a problem with the online feed. He's already on it. These guys aren't on it. They're not on it at all.
Here's a tweet from an hour ago. Fix the fucking online feed. An hour ago, why can't I listen to your show one day online without it switching to Ron and Fez? What the fuck am I paying for? Here's another one. Fix the online feed for the Opie and Anthony
this is before
show.
we brought it up on the air, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's time-coded.
Yep. So people are having issues. I don't know. Did it go back to the Opie and Anthony show? And maybe that's why when he checked, it works. But for some reason, it's cutting out for a while every day and going to the Ron and Fez show.
Well, there's obviously something going on. I don't know that shit as far as this business goes. Maybe it's only happening to some cell phone. I don't know. But something is going on.
XM Online has been an issue since its inception. Intermittently, daily, $2.99 a month to hear every fifth word.
Really?
Great. Good.
Yeah, well, the listeners are pissed off out there.
Yeah. Come on, just fix it. Get someone on there and fix it. That's all we need.
You should tell them you talk to the listeners. You talk to Frank and Tom, and they're pissed.
Yes, our two listeners.
You want part B of this whole scenario? So
there's a B?
Oh,
how many parts are we doing this in?
Oh, boy, it's...
Have you seen the Harry Potter series?
All right, ready for this?
Yeah, what we got?
You ready for this? You know how you want to do the proctologist thing?
Yeah.
With the fingers up the ears?
Yeah, prostate exam. It's it's actually saves lives.
Wait till you... Let me read a little email from Dr. Steve now.
Oh.
By the way, by reading these...
fluid.
By the way, reading these emails on the air means less emails for me. Because
That
now
is
they're going to
good.
be not sending me emails knowing that I might read them on the air. Just wanted to catch you up on what's going on as far as the prostate exam bit goes. And as soon as I read that, I'm like, okay, what's the problem?
Problem.
What's the problem?
Problem.
And just for the new listeners, so they know, Dr. Steve's a great friend of us, and he's a very good doctor. But he lives in Tennessee, and he comes up maybe once a year, sometimes twice a year, and we always force him to shove his fingers up someone's ass. It's been Big A's ass. It's been Tippy Tom's ass.
Tippy Tom.
Pat Duffy.
Pat Duffy.
Yeah, Pat.
Homeless Tippy Tom's ass.
Yeah.
Okay, get it? It's a good fucking bit to force a doctor to do horrific things. So then we come up with the idea, wow, we should try to set the records. How many prostate exams this guy could do in one morning?
Yeah.
It's an okay bit, right? Of
course.
So Steve writes me yesterday, wanted to catch up on what's going on with the prostate exam bit. So then I'm thinking right away, what the fuck is this problem now? It's exhausting how many problems there are around here. From guys that said, look, we're going to work for the channel because we know how to work around the lawyers. I'll never forget that, Ant.
Work around the lawyers.
On Friday, Rob Cross called me and asked me if I had a New York State medical license.
Oh, that's what happened to... that's Dr. Steve texting?
Yes.
They asked him if he had a New York State medical license.
Why would a guy need a New York State medical license, Anthony?
To check a prostate.
Which we've been doing for years on this show.
Yes.
For entertainment purposes. I don't give a fuck if you have a polyp in your asshole.
He's a doctor.
Who gives a
Don't
shit?
worry about it.
The person with the polyp
Of
in their
course,
asshole.
but that's not my problem. We're doing it to have fun. The doctor's shoving his fingers up a homeless guy's ass. That's good radio.
Of course, it rules.
Okay? All of a sudden, even though we've been doing this for years, they're asking if he has a New York State medical license. He said the lawyers above him were concerned that I would be practicing medicine, Anthony, without a license if we did a diagnostic procedure on the air.
Practicing medicine without a license. He's a fucking doctor checking prostates.
But he doesn't have a New York State medical license, and it would be in New York State. We didn't have medical licenses when we were shoving wiffle ball bats up girls' assholes. By the way,
well, speak for yourself. I did go to years of medical school to
make
learn how to properly place a wiffle ball bat in a woman's vagina.
Yeah, to keep it on the up and up.
Yes.
I think every time he checks a prostate, you should have that curtain closed. Someone gives Kenny like $1. You open the curtain, you see the finger go in, curtain close.
Oh, and close the curtain like
Yeah.
kind of a peep show.
That's what I'm thinking, because now it's not medical.
But
now
all the
it's
cum on the window, we'd have to...
Oh, we'll just get a squeegee.
Yeah, squeegee it all.
But and the point being, you and I shoved a lot of wiffle ball bats up girls.
Memories.
Or at least the show did.
Yeah.
We try to not,
really implicate anybody in particular.
Okay, yeah, right. Everyone else was blindfolded, so you never knew who was actually
shoving that big fucking bat up there.
And let it be known it was on regular radio. That's the point of it today. So we went from regular radio where we were shoving wiffle ball bats up girls, and now we can't do a basic prostate exam because the doctor, an actual doctor, might not have a New York State medical license. Actually, he doesn't have the New York State medical license, Anthony. So the lawyers are concerned that practicing medicine without a license.
What are they concerned about? Because you can shove fingers up people's assholes.
Yes, you can.
You really can.
Yeah.
There's not a problem, especially in a medical context. Now, I'm not saying legally. What are they worried about legally?
Because you can't
in New York.
You can't give the diagnosis after it.
You could say this is for. Do I have to do everyone's jobs? You just say it's for entertainment purposes. That's all you say.
It's for entertainment purposes.
I'm not licensed in New York State, so I'm saying as a doctor in Tennessee, you might have something going on in there. So I'm just suggesting you go to your regular doctor.
Follow up.
That's how it should
be. That's how every doctor gets away with it.
End of discussion.
Well, it's the same as when that doctor came in with a lung with cancer in it. That's a medical. Fill in the blanks. Sometimes I get caught for
Fill
words.
in the blanks.
That's the same
I'd
as...
like to with lead.
That's right.
One big blank.
Right? Didn't your doctor used to come in with the screwed up lungs and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know where he was from.
Yeah.
But you don't even know if he was a doctor. He could have just been a lung guy.
Just some guy that was collecting fucking rotting body parts.
Oh, that's right. A guy did bring in a cancerous lung.
That's when Norton quit smoking.
No, it was because of what the hell is that? And the guy might have had something in his mouth. Norton saw mouth cancer basically being diagnosed. But that brings me back to what we're talking about today. That guy, the doctors were like, wow, you got to see your regular doctor. because we're just doing this for
Yeah.
fun on the radio. Now it's getting real. It turns out the guy was okay. But, thank God the guy got checked out. You never know, right? So all of a sudden, though, now I guess we're a doctor's office. Everything is serious now.
It's a
And
doctor's
the lawyers
office.
and the babysitters and everyone else, they forgot that this is just a fucking entertainment program.
Fun, dopey radio show where we want to fucking give a honestly, how is anyone going to get in trouble? Like the lawyers are going to have to defend a prostate exam. Like how? Pick a scenario where unless Dr. Steve didn't clip his fucking nails that day, right? Where there's going to be an issue that the lawyers have to step in and defend a prostate exam.
Right.
I can't figure one out.
No.
And believe me, I'm usually the one that thinks pretty far ahead and goes like, there might be an issue with this or that or the other thing. No.
But if going into it, you tell everyone, look.
Going into it?
Well, going into the asshole. Before you go into the asshole, if you're telling everyone, look, we're just doing this for fun on the radio, but you might want to go to your regular doctor to get a real exam because I'm not licensed in New York. That should be it. That's it.
And you could put
That's it. But they're still discussing it.
You could put a sign out front, like how they have free flu shots out front.
Free prostate exams.
Yeah. Free prostate for entertainment purposes only. Once you put a sign on the door, this is for entertainment. It's like when you're filming.
Right.
Yeah, you're covered.
You're covered.
You know all the gay guys that would just be coming up here.
You're looking at one now.
Come for the
It's like, can you imagine
Richard
that?
B with a mask on. I know. I just showed up.
My doctor told me he was giving a prostate check, and some gay guy got hard when he was doing it.
Shit.
Jesus Christ. But so Ann, to
This
summarize,
would be like getting jerked off by a fucking female doctor. You go in, she starts jerking you off. It's like, yeah, okay.
Of course, yeah. To summarize, so no surprise, another one of our benchmark bits. Now all of a sudden, there's problems.
How come you guys can't
It's satellite radio. We did way more on regular radio at this point. We did.
Maybe you don't want to do it anymore, or you're not allowed. And I don't know why I'm asking this because maybe I shouldn't be. But how come you don't do the 50-gallon drum thing?
55-gallon
we talked about
drum,
that
yes.
last week. Really?
You're not allowed to do it?
They would never clear that.
No.
Girls, fucking
girls screaming,
bikinis.
Who wants to hear that on the radio?
With goop
hot
all
girls
over them.
screaming because they're scared because we're throwing eels into big, huge
Bugs,
barrels.
the
and
lawyers,
bugs and cockroaches, and
But what
everything
would be
else.
the problem with that?
Oh, really, Rich? Why don't you walk down the hall?
Yeah,
They'll
talk to the lawyers
explain the
about it.
problem to the point where you're exhausted and want to kill yourself.
Actually, we have the explanation. As a lawyer, I would like to tell you, Rich, it's very hard to get crickets to sign the no indemnity contracts. We need every insect brought in to sign a contract saying that we will not be held responsible if a leg breaks off or an antennae or some sort of bug-type problem.
I think to get around it, and you could do it without letting them know, do the 54-gallon drum challenge.
It's completely different. It's a gallon less, guys.
And I know we joked out we run out of here at 10, but we do. But the real reason we run out of here at 10, and this is, I'll be honest with everyone today, there's a bunch of zombies outside this studio, and they're trying to bite us. Like, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Like, there's a creative thing that is happening every day on this show, and as soon as you leave this studio, they start sucking the creativity out of you with their meetings and their talks, and we have to talk to a lawyer about this, and they're just killing everything. So the sooner we could get out of here without running into any of these zombie type people, the better we are for the show. And that is not going for jokes or nothing. That is the God's honest truth at this point.
If a zombie bites you, it's over. Your sense of humor goes away, and you just become a zombie.
Let me show you the marks.
we used to love hanging out at radio stations. Loved it. We haven't been. We have an office down this hall. I haven't sat in that office in.
We have an office?
Exactly. We haven't sat in that office in well over a year and a half. They could give it to someone else. I'm not ever going to sit there. I got a computer down there. I've never even turned on. And we used to love hanging out in our office before the show, after the show, hanging out. There's creativity going on. Not this place, man. You got guys that dress up for Casual Fridays, and it's obvious they're dressing up for Casual Fridays. You know,
It really is obvious.
Everything is so calculated, and it's like if we could get to 10 and to the elevator without anyone touching us, that's a great day for everybody involved, including the listeners.
Well,
because they just suck the energy out of you with the bullshit. Dr. Steve now needs a New York State medical license to do a silly bit we've been doing for years. For years.
Makes no sense.
And I don't even know what the problem is with what the hell is that, so I don't even know if we should continue promoting it, because I didn't write the guy back, because I can't do that to myself anymore. I can't be frustrated and pissed off because another guy is ruining the creative process of this show. And I'm sure he's answering to people, so maybe I shouldn't even blame him totally. But he's the messenger. You got to always beat up the messenger. I don't care what people say.
Yes.
You always beat up the messenger because you can't find the other guy. Don't kill the messenger, right? You got to kill the messenger. Yeah, that's me.
28 days later, you're just running away from management.
That's how we flee every day. If you've seen 28 Days, there's a zombie on fire chasing a guy that could very easily be me.
Yeah, just run to the elevator.
Just
Sanctuary.
Run. So maybe somebody could talk to these guys and see if there's a problem with what the hell is that, because I can't email these guys back. I can't call them back. I just can't do it anymore. Just can't do it. It ain't happening.
Ain't happening, man.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I always say that.
I thought when you pay for this type of service, you're allowed, you don't have to listen or you don't have to buy it. And when you do buy it, you have to deal with the fact that it's a little risky. And that's what I thought cable was, HBO.
Well,
and stuff like that.
We're in all fairness, we are still doing risky stuff that you can't do on regular radio. But I just thought we'd be able to do a lot more than we're doing. Is how I would answer that.
Yeah, I don't know how.
And I'm not doing I'm not. That's not the company line. That's exactly how I feel. We still do edgy stuff,
yeah,
but a lot of the stuff we used to do, we just can't even do here. It's mind-boggling. And I've talked about it. The lawyers, they just overthink everything, and they find ways why we shouldn't be doing bits instead of figuring out ways
to make them work.
To make them work. Like this prostate thing's a no-brainer if you're telling people going into it. It's an entertaining show, and we're just doing it for entertainment, purposes. What could possibly be the problem after that?
But they never go in there and battle the lawyers. Like even in the old days at NEW, Ken Stevens would, go to bat for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
He'd go in there and say, talk to the lawyers and sit them down and be like, the lawyers say something, and the only thing they do is come back to us and go, well, the lawyer said no. It's like, no, you're supposed to go in there and duke it out with them and put our point across.
Especially the biggest mistake, it was either Gary himself or someone who introduced Gary to us. One of the first things that was said is, this is the guy that knows how to talk to these lawyers.
Yeah, at least be honest and say, look, we have no clue what to say to the lawyers. They'll win every time.
Right.
And then we'll go, okay.
They pretty much have won every time since I was told that this guy knows how to talk to the lawyers and get things done. And I question him, like, really, what's your experience with this type of radio? There's only a few of these shows. Did you work for another one of these type shows? I don't think so.
Well, what's less aggravation, dealing with them, or you just guys going straight to the lawyers? I
don't even know what they look like.
Yeah,
they hide most of the time.
They got big noses.
No, because they're not radio
like
guys.
A propaganda poster from 1938.
The biggest problem is they're not radio guys. They don't care. Their success has nothing to do with the Opie and Anthony show. Why would they?
Well, don't they have entertainment lawyers that they use? They don't use entertainment lawyers?
No, they use liability lawyers and stuff. It has nothing to do with entertainment.
Well, it's just say,
why would satellite radio have anything to do with entertainment?
But wouldn't that be the lawyer you think you would go with entertainment lawyers that would know? Or
no?
They I don't know. I don't know that world, to be honest with you.
They're like, we have to protect, and then we don't even know what they're protecting.
We made the mistake when we went back to regular radio. We were like, holy shit, has this world changed, right? And so me and Ann were sort of in a panic situation. So we actually agreed to sit down with the lawyers to explain to them, look, you hired us for these guys that did all this stuff. We assumed when you hired us to go back to regular radio, we were going to be doing our stuff. We had to reinvent ourselves like quickly, and some people say it didn't work out. I would argue that point with people, but whatever. If you think we fucking,
I loved it when you guys were over there.
If you think we totally, sucked and fucked it up, whatever. But,
No.
But I could easily argue that point with anyone. But me and Ant were like, holy shit, we can't do anything that the listeners are expecting now that we're back on regular radio for the first time in whatever would be 4 years. So we actually sat down with the lawyers. We went and had a lawyer meeting. Remember, Ant? They flew up from Washington and everything. We're like, okay, they're going to see it our way. And we basically said, guys, you got to figure out ways that we could get this stuff done. We're suffocating here. And the whole meeting, and this is why I'll never meet with another lawyer in my life as far as this stuff goes, the whole meeting was about why we can't do everything. I'm like, I already knew that. I thought this meeting was going to be about trying to figure out how we could get things done. Remember that, Ant?
Yep.
And we just sat there like, holy shit, they don't want to listen to us. They didn't want to listen to us at all. They're explaining the PC this and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you could just email me this. I thought we were meeting to try to figure shit out. They had no interest at all because it has nothing to do with their livelihood. They don't give a fuck if we failed on regular radio. Guess what? They still have jobs over there. They still have jobs. So in the end, it didn't matter to them.
In entertainment, especially, no keeps their jobs. When they say no, they're not going to get fired.
Oh, exactly.
When you say yes.
That's what it is.
But why can't somebody that wake up and realize that is hurting the product in the end?
Everybody.
I mean, look at regular radio. If it didn't hurt the product, please. I mean, the radio shows aren't allowed to do anything anymore. So they hurt the product. And now the value of these radio companies are just in the shitter.
If they're turning any profit, then they think we're doing something right. Because you look at some networks on television, you're going, how the hell do they have so many bad shows? Because the good ones are making them turn a profit, so they really don't care. And the bottom line is, hey, we're making a profit.
Right.
So, it's like people understand, they think, like as a comic, too, you just go on stage. Now you're dealing with clubs that don't advertise. They want you to you got to do 400 radio shows on the road. You got to, can you post it? Can you do this? Can you do, hey, why don't you start to advertise? It's your fucking club.
What?
It's like Nicky Negative. You can't go in and just be creative like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You just want to be creative.
What?
What?
I always work so much better with other comics.
I need that sound clip when Rich talks.
What's that?
What? It was a great point, Rich. Thank you.
No, I make
Dr. Steve, what's going on?
Oh, it's Dr. Steve.
No, I was distracted because I saw Dr. Steve on the phone. Dr. Steve.
I have a solution to this problem. When I come up on Friday, we could just talk.
Why? Is there other issues I don't know about?
No. We could just talk.
Are we allowed to do what the hell is that? What?
No, not that I'm aware of.
What are the stipulations with what the hell is that? Does anyone know?
No, I don't have. No one's talked to me about that. And in all fairness to the one I mentioned in the email, I wasn't trying to throw him under the bus. He actually was.
No, you wrote.
Came to me.
You wrote. Hold on. Just so people know, you wrote me. You didn't know I was going to read that on the air. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And no, it's okay. It's fine because I stand by everything that's in there because it's true. I mean, they came to me just asking me, kind of, do you have a solution to this? Because
I do.
We don't see one. So anyway.
Can you talk with a finger puppet?
I don't know.
Rich Voss, richvoss.com.
Yeah, Rich Voss.
I'm going to the
I
dermatologist.
have a solution too. The final one.
All right, so when you come up
Nazi
on
joke, Jesus Christ,
that's okay.
Enough with them already.
When you come up on Friday, we'll just talk, I guess.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
I mean, why bother? Like it's.
Well,
yeah.
Jersey Shore's been interesting this year.
Sounds great.
All right, sir.
I am going to get my New York medical license. Here's the thing. 4 years ago, I asked if I needed to get one, and I was told, no, don't worry about it. It's just a bunch of guys goofing around. So I never pursued it. So It wasn't a problem. I would have, had one if anybody had ever told me it was an issue. So.
And what's the now, I don't. All right, you call our show and you do your own show, Weird Medicine, which is a terrific show, and you're going to be live this Saturday.
Yes.
You're diagnosing people on a radio show. Why is that okay?
Dude,
Because you're only
please
licensed in Tennessee, so all the people calling from everywhere else, wouldn't that be a
know.
problem?
Yeah, doctors have been doing that for years on the radio. We're just the first to do it in an uncensored.
It's just another example of lawyers just overthinking what possibly could go wrong.
We always run a disclaimer. It says we're not your medical provider.
That's all you have to do.
That's all you
gotta do.
That's it. Even have people sign it if you have to.
Yep.
Fucking go to work on a dumb fucking form that they have to sign. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yep, that's what I say.
Holy shit, enough already.
I'm amazed they have doctors in Tennessee.
All right, Dr. Steve, thank you.
Good one, Rich.
We'll see you Thursday or Friday. All right, brother?
See you Friday. Okay, bye.
All right, good, man. So that's the update there, Anthony. I thought that would be
that's
quite
typical.
interesting for everybody that we now basically can't do our prostate bit.
It's
Because he doesn't have a New York State medical
typical.
license.
It's typical.
All right, so can we change the bit to how many fucking fingers Dr. Steve could shove up asses in one day?
Let's do that.
Has nothing to do with the prostate.
Oh, and it's not
exam?
a doctor thing or anything. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a tribute to Caligula.
How many fists?
Know what we should do? We line up 20 guys. You like to gamble. I like gambling on silly stuff, and then we
Yeah.
have Dr. Steve. He has to shove his fingers up the 20 guys' asses, or until he comes out with a little shitty on his fingers.
Like the
And then-
Wonderama snake can game. Back in the old days.
Or you could do an
Wait,
over under, see how many
Wonderama.
people go, ooh.
No, but the bet would be where we guess how many guys he's able to accomplish this before
Yeah.
he comes out with a little shitty
With
on
a
his
little,
fingers.
with a little cocky.
Yeah, but that's no good.
When
'cause
you
if
put
go-
100 down on that hit, how great would it be?
I'd put 100 down.
And then we study the guys coming in and go, I think the seventh guy's going to
I'd bet on that.
be a problem when Dr. Steve has his
We
fingers
could call
in
it
his
the
ass.
Brown Jack.
No, that's not a good bet because if he comes out with poo on the first one, then so you got to bet an over under out of like 20 guys. How many of them smile or how many of them go, ooh?
Oh, you
know
want
what
a
I mean?
bunch of different
well,
bets.
Well, because you got to get through all 20. If he comes out with
Like a
crap on
crap
his
table.
yeah. If he comes out, you got it all over the place. All right, I got him down on a hard 8.
Who could talk to the babysitters today? I want to change the bit to Opie and Anthony's craps.
Craps.
We're playing craps on Friday.
Gambling.
Who could talk to them?
Shooting craps.
Really?
If you want me to
You guys
do
want to play paper, rock, scissors to figure out who has to go talk to them? I'm serious. Go down the hall, or E-Rock, get off the fucking board, because you seem to be the good corporate boy, and go talk to one of the babysitters and say that Opie and Anthony want to do craps on Friday instead. Has nothing to do with a medical license. Jesus, Rich.
Oh my God!
Rich is
I have
really
to-
stepping in for Jimmy today.
I know I got nothing today, but I came out
No,
strong.
you're good, Rich.
You know,
No, I mean with the farts. It's
Yeah,
like
you're-
it's
Oh.
a Jimmy. Jimmy loves doing that.
Can we
Makes
find
me
out?
miss him.
Can you guys quit talking about like he's not here anymore? It's just, oh, Jimmy.
He hasn't been here in a week.
Where's he
I know,
been?
It's been a while.
I think he'll be back Wednesday.
It's been fucking tearing
Where's he
up.
been?
L.A., right?
Places you're not going to be anytime soon.
Oh, TV.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
In a gay
Let
porn
it-
booth.
We said places you wouldn't be.
He's going to be back Wednesday. He's doing Leno stuff. He's all over the place, being a star, a big star. Probably looking at houses out there, if I know Jimmy. All right, we're going to take a break, but E-Rock's going to see if we can play craps with Dr. Steve on Friday. With real betting, man. How great would that be?
Oh, it'd be
I
fantastic.
mean, that'd be great, man. I'm going to call you guys Friday from Bananas Friday night to see how it went.
Is that where you're playing this weekend?
Oh, yeah, I'm in Hasbrook
Yes.
Heights
Really?
in Jersey. And there's a lot of O&A people in this area. So, all right, you know when you see Voss, and you guys see me, you've never seen the same show twice, ever. Ever.
No.
You see some of the same material, but it's always new material. Like that whole
course.
bit, like he doesn't, that was back in the NEW days. All right, enough with that
Crazy. You're
bullshit.
a writing machine.
I'm a fucking machine.
You're crazy.
Enough already.
And when it
You're
comes
amazing.
to crowd work, just stop.
Stop
No one
already?
better. No one better.
All right, Ann, we're going to do some
Hitler.
Jocktober after the break.
Jacktober.
And do we care about what Rick Sanchez said? He finally apologized.
I'd like to hear his dumb
You care?
apology.
All right, after the break.
Of course, he's a,
Oh, you're a Jew.
Star David
So,
he's got there. He's from the tribe.
Yeah, diamonds.
Yeah. Wow, where'd you get that?
Where did I get it? At Subway. It came with chips and cookie. I got the whole.
That is some nice Jew bling you got there.
Are you a proud Jew?
Well, I mean, I played golf on Yom Kippur, but.
Oh, really?
Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur, whatever.
Whatever they call it.
Whatever. I'm a.
That is pretty cool, though.
Nice.
Is it real like diamonds in there?
Yeah, I got it from Patrice.
No,
I bought it.
I was just gonna say.
All right, so you care about the Rick Sanchez thing, so we'll get into that next, Rich.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And a little October, too. Stay there.
The Virus, Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you? Is someone getting the best, the best, the best, the best of you?
Why that look, Anthony?
Oh, because Corey Feldman is on Channel 5 here, the Fox station.
We passed on him.
Promoting The Lost Boys, The Thirst.
What's that?
I guess a sequel to The Lost Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a live interactive experience, and I've been working very closely with people at Live Nation and Warner Brothers, and we're working on this event, which is
Where'd he fly in from obscurity?
Terrible.
Hey, give me that other thing.
Please.
No, we're not seeing it anymore.
Why?
Oh, you want to see some more later?
Oh, my God.
Because I want you.
You're a panicking fucking lunatic. You're exhausting.
That's what my wife says.
You are exhausting. What gave you the impression we didn't want to see anymore?
Because I want you to sit and concentrate on it, and get the full effect. There's a lot of things going on here. You got lawyers, Dr. Steve.
You didn't film Citizen Kane. Play the fucking thing, and we'll give you our. What's wrong with you? Now we gotta explain.
We're doing
what do you?
We're making a movie, Citizen Colin Kane. It's where he does my act.
Shit! Really?
No, I like the kid. I'm just fucking around.
No, Rich brought in a very rough copy of the documentary he's doing with Bonnie about female comics, and we were watching during the break because he was very excited to show us a rough cut of it. And me and Aunt, you were enjoying it, right?
Yeah,
the first couple of minutes were good. Wasn't that a good opening, though?
I loved
Everything
it.
was fine, and then you go to Danny as we come back live. Give me that back.
No, I meant take it out so I could hold
You're
on.
all panicky and paranoid that something's that we're gonna sell
Is
it
that
to the
only
Asian market.
copy?
What's that?
Was that the only copy there is?
No, that's just a rough. We got hard drives everywhere.
Why did you need it back?
I don't fucking know.
And then you're like, and then you don't think we're watching
just
properly.
Bootleg it. Put it on YouTube. I'm just gonna put it on YouTube. That would be terrible.
What are you and your girlfriend doing for Halloween?
I have no idea.
Besides trick or treating.
Trick or treating. Yeah.
I couldn't wait to say that.
Yeah.
No,
wait. But we weren't watching properly. I need to get into this.
No, Anthony was texting, and there was a good scene with him in it. There was a very good.
He's
scene.
being serious.
Coming
too,
up.
Anthony.
It was coming up.
You were texting when we were supposed to be watching this Citizen Kane thing.
I was listening.
Yeah, but oh really? Do you go to a movie with your fucking eyes closed? You got to see the movie.
Sometimes.
It's not,
Sometimes.
This is.
And don't get on Rich's bad side. He'll be bringing this up for the next 10 years that you weren't watching properly and that you were texting during.
I was looking up
during the big unveiling of this Citizen Kane project.
This fucking movie is going to be. It's going to turn everything around. It's so fucking funny, the shit we filmed over almost
But you
a year
don't want
and
us
a half.
watching anymore because we weren't watching properly. You're
No,
fucking
I think
twisted.
well,
I was watching.
I'll watch properly.
You want us to watch properly?
I will.
Right
I'll
now?
watch
Not right now. I don't want to do it over the air. You know, it's
God,
offense.
You don't want the stuff getting out for free like that.
No, fuck no.
Where is this going to go?
What do you mean, where's it going to go?
Like, is it going to go in theaters?
No, we were hoping to sell it at BJ wholesale outlets, just have some screenings there, and then we're going to do some at Golf
Rich,
Galaxy.
now you know exactly how we feel when you talk.
Okay.
see that feeling you got? That's it.
No, yeah, we're going to go for a theatrical release, obviously.
Of course,
and with the celebrities we have in it and how funny it is.
Who's in this documentary, or as Bonnie said, a cockumentary?
No, we're not using that. That's getting fucking cut. That's who's in it?
Yeah.
Well, so far, Am I allowed? Should I say? Do you think, or
You know,
what do you
tease
think?
a couple of them. A couple of the
okay.
big stars.
I'll give first Chris, Dane, Wanda, Sarah, Joy, Rosie, Rita, Jim,
that's
Colin.
impressive, but
Tom.
I need to know the last names. It could be fucking Dane Johnson. It could be
Dane
Chris Riley. I mean,
Chris Riley's funny, man.
you just said some impressive
Everyone
first
you
names.
think of, that's who it is.
Wanda Williams. Who else?
Everyone you think, I can say the name, sure, and it doesn't matter.
course you can.
Fucking Chris Rock, Dane Cook, fucking Wanda Sykes, Sarah Silverman, Lisa Lambanelli, Artie Lang, Brewer, Colin,
That guy.
Jesus, Joy Behar, Susie Essman, Jeff Ross, Paul Mooney, Michael Ian Black, Colin Quinn, Maria Bamford, Todd Glass, Andy Kindler, Greg Giraldo. Every fucking body's in it, man.
That's awesome.
Tom Arnold.
Is it the last film Greg Giraldo made? Can you build it?
yeah.
Can you bill it like that? 'Cause
I wouldn't.
people
I'm not going
kinda
to try
like
to.
that.
You know what Colin said at his wake?
What?
We're at the wake last week, and he goes up to speak, and he's going. You know, it's just he's saying all this stuff, and we're just, and he was so talented, and I'm just, we're just so mad that he's gone. Do you think we'd be this mad at Rich Voss's funeral?
Oh my God.
Oh shit!
I'm getting a shout out at wakes.
Patrice O'Neill.
Patrice is in it.
A lot of guys, man. Good for you. I'm sorry we weren't watching properly. I don't know what to tell you
But the
about
whole
that
thing is that Joe DeRosa is so funny in this movie. It's unbelievable how fucking funny he is in the movie.
Right.
The character he plays, which I can't give that away, but it's so fucking funny. God
Joe's
damn.
very good.
He really is a good actor. He really studied and he was prepared. He was so fucking prepared. It was unbelievable.
Huh.
Bobby Kelly was great. Just one scene in the movie where Bobby is holding court at the cellar and he's just on fire and he's holding court. Then he takes a bite of bread and he starts choking on it. And you could see he thinks he's going to die. His whole life flashes in front of his fucking disgusting humanness.
We're sort of watching it as you talk. Who did the animations? That animation?
Coke, yeah.
It is Coke Logic. Good
Yeah,
for him,
it's very
man.
funny.
Hope
We're
you
going to get
tossed-
some more stuff.
Hope you
I thought
tossed
that
him
was
a couple of bucks.
I'm gonna, but he's got
We
more
never
stuff.
did.
No, I'm gonna. We pay everybody. No one works for free for the fucking.
Wow.
I saw that we were in this little thing. Where's my little taste?
No one
Huh?
works for free.
We worked for free.
No, that's not working. What you did, you guys. First of all,
See, a
Yes,
typical Jew.
Oh damn!
As an explanation for everything.
I'm
Give me my
not,
fucking
I'm
money.
not typical. I'm not successful. Are you playing it now?
What?
You just said Coke Logic. You can't play it now because you can't hear it.
Oh my God! What's wrong
No,
with you?
we saw
I'm
the
not
animation.
playing anything.
Yeah.
Relax.
We just saw it.
Where did you see it?
Well, it was right on the
We've
screen.
been watching it. I said.
But why would you watch it without sound? That's what
We're
I'm
not
saying.
watching properly again, Anthony.
Well, how the fuck can you watch it? It's not a silent movie.
It's not
That's
Citizen Kane, you asshole.
But you got me fucking
How many times
sound,
do you want me
you
to say it?
We
morons.
just wanted to watch
It's
it to
not-
see who was in it.
Charlie Chaplin. It's 20 minutes. You think we got everybody in the first fucking 20-minute rough
Danny's
cut?
been just going through
Wait,
it a little
we're not
bit so
doing-
we get a good feel because we're
That's
talking
what
about
I'm
your
talking
dumb
about.
fucking documentary.
It's not dumb. Let me
I'm
explain.
sorry
something.
that Anthony texted during the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, but you're watching it now without sound.
So that's
Rewind it.
okay. Then we'll see
This-
what
'cause
sound.
this part is really fucking funny right here.
All right, let's
No.
play.
Huh?
Can I play it on the air?
What, this part right here? Well, get this one from the beginning. You can play this part from the beginning.
Bonnie's gonna kill you.
No, you can play this one part.
let's not do
Wait,
it.
let me see. I don't care if you play this part. Let's see.
Well, I gotta.
Listen.
Hang on. Just-
Holy shit, Anthony. Are you watching properly?
Yeah, I'm watching properly.
You better.
Wait, hold on.
For this?
Okay.
Okay.
What are we doing, Rich?
Okay, no.
You do realize we're doing a national radio show right now.
That's okay. This is more important.
Yeah, of course. How do you want us
don't
watching?
catch that.
By the way,
Huh?
sitting up. I'll sit up straight. What else do I need to do?
A little more.
A little more. He wants
There.
to go forward. Okay, from the time.
Let's see. Let's see this part. See,
All right,
I mean, it
hold on,
leads
hold
into
on.
it.
All right, hold on. Wait, how do we watch this, Rich?
Huh?
How do you want us to watch this?
I don't know.
Yeah, how should we
Why-
watch it?
I don't
Danny's
know.
turning the lights down.
Oh yeah,
Wha-
turn the lights down.
How's
so it's
that?
like
Is that
a movie
good?
theater
Is the lighting
experience.
good?
Watch
What
it
else do you
like
need?
watch it like
That's
you
good.
did the entertainment business when you guys were kicked off the fucking air. Okay, watch it like that.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but it was hurtful.
it means
I don't even know if
be
it
very
was.
attentive.
It just got me very confused.
So,
I don't know what you were
my
saying.
ad libs aren't really on point today. I'm kind of tired.
All right, and
I drove 8 hours.
You want us to hand in our phones so we don't text or tweet during
I'm
this.
watching.
You okay?
Well, you got to tweet. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could tweet.
I get it. A sunrise, sunset.
No, that you tweet a lot. I like them.
Oh, thanks.
Let's see what this part is.
Damn it!
I'm just explaining to her.
All right, let's go. This is a.
You got to knock these things out. You need to reel them in. You need to be assertive. You're what do you call it?
Maybe hold on.
Interview.
Jesus, Rich.
What?
Maybe you could set up what.
Yeah, you know when
what we're
like
looking
real
at?
stars go on Leno and all that, they set up the clip. Will you set up the fucking clip?
Well, why
don't
didn't you
know
give me
what we're
time?
watching.
All right, go back a little again. This part, if we keep this in the movie, I'm
Oh,
explaining.
now he's panicking.
No,
he
wait.
went from you got to see this to
I know
if
I
we
didn't
keep
say.
if we
Well,
keep
listen,
this in the movie.
Listen, fucking Elliot, exaggeration. I fucking said.
Wait, first
did
of
I say?
all-
Did I say you have to watch? I said this is a scene we can watch.
How am I exaggerating? I just repeated what you said.
No, what I'm saying is this is a scene. If we keep it in a movie, okay, go back a little bit again.
You're hoping it's in the movie because you think it's really good.
No, I don't think it's really good. I think it's a good scene. I'm explaining to Bonnie how to do the interviews, how to be an investigative reporter in the scene.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in, and I'm saying this is what you got to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Asking the tough questions. Do you Twitter, by the way? With the unwavering support of my husband.
Look, you got to knock these things out. You need to reel them in. You need to be assertive. You're what do you call it? An interviewer. All right. It's like sales, prospect, presentation, close. Boom, close the deal. Get them in, and boom, they let it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get what I'm saying, do you? Questions. 80s. Talk about the 80s, okay? The appetizer. Some soup. Salad. Then the main course. You see what I'm saying?
Then the main course.
You have to be more funny. But step it up, that's all, and be more funny. You look good.
She's getting ready in the
interview the
bathroom.
first one just to show you how to do it.
Want to keep watching?
I'll interview her. You don't want to start off on the wrong foot.
No offense to you, but I'm going to be interviewing them. Thank you. I used my connections as a successful stand-up comedian.
Not supposed to be here.
Or have a 10.
No, it's okay. You gotta
Kenny's
stay
in
over
it.
here.
This movie has everybody we know.
To talk to as many
Doug
experts in the
Stanhope.
field of comedy as I could.
You should be talking to like a sociologist because I'm just a
right,
fucking
that's
drunk.
I'm just a fucking drunk, he said. Stanhope's great.
See, now, in that one scene, you guys laughed.
Yes.
And
The
we were
first
watching
scene-
properly too.
Yeah, and the
Did
first
you notice?
scene. These are just
didn't
the
blink
rest-
once,
But
Rich.
I'm saying how good this. Bonnie's
It's gonna
fucking
be-
genius. I'm serious.
Yes.
She's really is fucking smart. Maybe not with her picture life.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly. I was
but
thinking the same thing.
She this whole thing's in her head, and the way she's tying this all in. I mean, I give a lot of, not a lot, I give some input, obviously. But you caught the funny line in that. Like
Shut
old
up.
Jackie has
Who is the silent film star again? Please say it again. I didn't hear this one.
Who did I?
This guy's reliable too. Who is the silent film star that you referenced?
Buster Keaton? No, Charlie Chaplin.
What did he say?
Charlie Chapman.
Charlie Chapman.
Yeah, Tracy's father. Nothing.
Oh, the DVD tray is stuck. Your movie's stuck in the.
That's okay. I got tons of those.
I'm serious.
What do you mean it's fucking stuck? Well, he'll get it out.
The DVD is stuck in the tray. He can't get it out. Oh, no. Oh, is it really stuck?
You better leave with that copy. A lot of people would just fucking put that on the street, Rich. Don't trust anyone.
That's not a guy's.
You guys got a nice movie on your hands.
Oh man, I'm so fucking excited about this.
I've seen way fucking worse.
And that's rough cut.
Rough cut.
The beginning. The beginning.
Quick cuts.
Artie was fucking funny up front,
A lot
man.
of quick cuts. Oh, you lost Anthony's attention. He's
Yeah,
texting.
I
That's
just
okay.
started-
He's texting again. Is that
Well,
right?
I'm just.
Are you all right with that, though?
What's that?
Are you all right with that?
Yeah, we're done watching.
No
But that
idea.
one scene, how funny. Talk about the 80s, huh? That's what I
About
know.
the 80s.
Strong stuff, Rich. Strong.
That was
Strong.
good.
Really good.
Does it look? Does it look good?
Look,
I
it
mean,
looks very good. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
fuck you up too much.
no, you can smash it because this is a rough cut.
Who
but if you
directed?
think-
No, it looked good.
Who directed?
Who directed it?
Yeah.
Bonnie's doing all.
Because I like the way it went back and forth like that.
Yeah.
The cuts and
Good.
stuff are good.
Yeah.
The editing's good. Brewers guy is doing it.
Talented guy, the Brewers guy.
Yep. Well, Bonnie's on top of him the whole time.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy,
That's
really?
the problem.
What's that about? Is she going to have a kid?
See what I mean?
What?
Of course. You lob it in.
What the fuck is Danny under the desk? You got
trying
the
to get your
fuck-
DVD
Oh, I
out.
thought he was trying to get a raise.
That's
Get it?
He
Get
said,
it?
Yeah, I got
That's
it.
what Tom Papa said my tagline is going to be.
What? Get it?
Get it?
Get it? Get it?
You should be the Get It comic.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Oh, we were at Bobby's party last week. It was a small surprise party. It was going to be a big thing. And
Wait, I got an email that was canceled.
it was. So we just had dinner for him.
Yeah, I had an Evite.
I got an invite too. What happened? Why didn't
What
we
happened?
get invited to the small gathering?
What's that? You did. How come you didn't show up?
I didn't get invited to the small gathering.
I think I did.
I got an email saying everything was canceled because of the Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, maybe it was a last minute put together that day. I don't fucking know. Anyhow.
Wow, someone's in trouble.
Huh?
We should have been there for the small get together.
Yep.
And we're sitting in there, and me, Patrice, Keith, and Colin at one table, and Bonnie, and everything, and Bobby's personal appearance agent, Matt Frost.
Frosty, right?
In my opinion, is a jackass. It's my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't be sued
Why is
for
it
my
your
opinion.
Why is it your opinion that he's a jackass?
Because when I was with him, he didn't get me anything, but it's part of me. I'm quite the bridge burner around this fucking comedy community, obviously. And all of a sudden we're sitting here,
Jesus,
and
the
you
old
hear,
man cough.
and you hear fucking boom, 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 and he comes tumbling down the stairs.
He fell?
Yes. And Bonnie turns to me and says, "I willed that."
Say Bonnie's great. Fucking
But
Bonnie.
he came down the stairs and didn't drop a drip of his beer.
Wow, that's talented.
The DVD tray is officially stuck. So
unstick it.
He's trying.
He's prying it open and scratching your disc up at the same time.
Voss, we could care less about the Rick Sanchez situation, but you being a Jew and all, it seemed like you got excited about this.
Well, he apologized, I guess, for
Yeah, we
his
got the audio of that.
anti-Semitic comments.
But going into it, why
Well,
are you excited about this whole thing?
two things.
I
and
don't
explained
want
this
to see
Anthony.
any of these guys getting fired, whether I agree or disagree with what
You're
they
right.
do.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this to Anthony before. Well, one, the apology, that's all bullshit because people only apologize.
No one apologizes for real.
For real. Because
one
if you're
does.
saying it,
They just
that's
want the heat
years
off
and
them.
years of build-up, and all of a sudden you're going to turn around.
You're going to be sorry?
You're
No,
right.
you're not.
And
Build up. What did he say? He barely said anything.
well, whatever.
Rich.
He's going. No, when he's saying
He had a couple opinions on Pete Dominic's
Okay,
show. We
it's not-
played the
okay.
audio and we were like, he got fired for this. We
Look,
couldn't
there's
believe it.
there's two ways to say a thing. The Jews are successful, and they achieved high status in running the entertainment business, or Jews run the business. There's a difference in tones and how you say things. But wait a second.
Hold on.
What?
Let's have a conversation. When so many people have, it's a tagline basically. The Jews run the entertainment business.
Okay, but
We've
it's
all
never
heard it a
it's
million
not,
fucking
you're
times.
right, but it's not a positive thing. It's like
why is it not a positive thing?
because
I think it would
anytime.
rule.
What's that?
I think it would rule.
Yeah, I know. But when you have radical minorities or radical anti-Semitic people, you know, like the Farrakhan's or the Leonard Jeffries or
How many Farrakhan's are there?
And how many Jeffries?
Jeffries are
well,
there?
whenever just
We're not fans of
they're
the
throughout
the
the
Brett
world.
Favres,
Listen,
the Tom Brady.
You know, you got your
There's
Tom
only one
Brady's.
of everybody.
I know.
You got your Derek Jeters.
Can
you got
I-
your
How many?
Obamas.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're not,
but see, you don't see it because you're not a Jew, so you don't see the. But wait a second. If people,
Christ,
okay,
Rich.
no, what do you mean? Oh,
should
Christ!
You should be defending Rick Sanchez.
No,
because they're going to come
right.
to get you eventually.
Well,
they're going to go after comedy clubs eventually. You're stupid
well,
if
I'm
you
not,
don't think
I'm
so.
not saying I don't disagree. I definitely
you don't
agree
have
with
to be
freedom of
happy
speech.
about it, but you should
I
be
didn't
saying,
say
"Wow, this guy should not be fired."
Let me get to my point. I didn't say not once did I say should he be fired. So don't put words on it. I never said that. I didn't say he should or shouldn't be fired. That's another topic. If you want to get to that, then we'll go to that. What I'm saying is these people that spew, the Jews run this or run that, and this is what I put on Twitter last week. How come those same people that are negative towards the Jews running the media weren't too negative when the Jews got their president elected? When that media covered up all the bullshit that Obama has done in the past, that same media that was on their radical left side, they weren't complaining then.
No, they weren't.
Okay, so you can't pick and choose when to go after the Jew media, okay, if it's not in your favor. Okay, do I think it should be fired? Fuck no, of course not, because it's freedom of speech. Okay, but the liberals and the conservatives threw Imus under the bus. Nobody stood up for his freedom of speech, which is basically a big liberal platform, okay, the freedom of speech, until you don't want to get involved or it's going to hurt your career.
Wow.
Okay, so
Look
there
at
are a
Rich
bunch
go.
of fucking hypocrites. All right, so if you want to attack the Jews for running the media in a capitalistic society where we fucking got ahead, I'm sorry that the 3% of us fucking pulled forward and we're running that. You know what? Maybe you start attacking the Italians for running construction, or start attacking the Japanese for running the car business.
What happened?
Okay,
What did I do?
So you know what? This is a capitalistic society. It's a business. You know what? These are the same people too.
Quite impressive.
These are the same
This is the
fucking
same
people when they're getting ready to get locked up, are praying there's a Jew there to keep them out of jail. Or when they're getting ready to have their stomach cut open, to have their intestines fucking removed, or their heart surgery, they're praying to fucking Jews above them.
You know what? You kind of pissed me off a little, though, because you're perpetuating a stereotype that all Italians drive around in Escalades and have guns. And
No, that's what they're saying. All Jews run this or run that. Oh, that's funny. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so is the
well, Rick Sanchez is apologizing. So you want to hear the audio?
No, fuck no. I've heard it.
I want to hear him say I'm sorry. I want to hear how insincere
we love the I'm
it is.
sorry.
I want to hear how insincere this is.
I thought he went on Pete's show and he was just trying to have a little fun, and he got spanked for it.
Fun?
I don't think so.
I really
So
don't.
was
You thought he had
Goebbels.
an agenda, really?
Of course. Well, one his main agenda was to
that'd be a
sell books.
But that would
That's
be
his main agenda.
But that would be a stupid agenda.
Mine's
You know
to
what,
burn
it's-
them.
If he really thought he could get fired for stuff like that, I don't think he's the
Get
type
it?
of guy that would go for it.
Listen, people, it's easy to go after Jews because they're very passive. There's only three, it's easy. People don't really attack the Pope. You ever hear any of these people attacking the Pope? Or,
Yes, the
Who?
Pope's getting attacked a
Pope
lot.
always gets attacked.
Your argument would have been better if you said Muhammad.
That's what I meant. The Pope's
Pope
good
Muhammad?
friend Muhammad. Can you quit
Or
cutting me
Buddha.
off? Okay,
That's the
all right.
argument a lot of people
Okay,
use, but
okay,
the Pope gets
okay.
the shit beat
All
out of
right,
him.
Muhammad.
That's why Donahue gets so frustrated, and he says, "Why don't they go
Okay.
after Muhammad?"
You're
the same
right.
way?
Okay,
But
Muhammad.
Buddha's another one. No one ever attacks Buddha unless he's petting drug-sniffing dogs at the airport.
So,
'Cause he's
so
fat,
you can
get
see
it?
my. Yeah, I get it. So you can, I got it the seventh time you did it. Okay.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
it's a great little story.
I know it is a
Alfie
great
May
story.
petting
It really
drug
is.
dogs. Come on,
No,
you
I
got to
like-
keep going back there, Rich. It's our job.
So it's so you see my point. So and I made a valid point. Okay. And
I
just-
love people that are going, Voss is going to fuck this up soon. Wait for it.
Yeah, just wait for it.
No, I my argument's
Here's
closed.
Rick Sanchez apologizing.
And Rick Sanchez joins us now. I know this has not been the easiest week for you, but you're still smiling.
It's tough. I screwed up, George.
What happened on that radio show?
I was tired. I'd been working 14-hour days
Because of
for
the Jew.
like 2.5 months.
The
I was
Jews
doing
been
3
pushing
shows.
me.
I was
Stupid Jews
The
work you to
Jews
the
have been
bone.
working me like a dog.
They offered him 2 hours.
Really?
doing 3 shows. I was exhausted. It was right after the air. My daughter had a softball game I desperately wanted to go to, and I was a little impatient.
Bad excuses.
Every time after I came from my daughter's basketball game is when I always wanted to drag gay people from behind my car. Because,
Yeah,
you know,
I was exhausted. Daughter had a game. I had to check the mail. I was clipping my nails. A shoelace broke. Anything else I could come up with? Because I hate the Jews. I mean, Like, this guy's excuses are terrible. They are the worst. Like, this is shit people just do.
The best he could at least say, okay.
He's living a life, basically.
He should have said, a Jew looked at my artwork and said it wasn't good.
Yeah.
He's just living his life.
I don't know.
I work hard, then I have to go to my daughter's softball game.
Softball game was
Not
terrible.
really sleeping well. Just described everyone on the planet.
I put gas in the car. Right. It was terrible. I don't even know it.
Right. How hard is...
My tire pressure light came on. It's been on my mind all day. I was just thinking, it must have been the Jew. This guy's fucking just the worst excuses.
We bitch a lot, but we know how easy this job is.
God, stop it.
We know. He's got an easy job.
It was rough.
He's got a really easy job.
When my driver was taking me to work this morning. He asked, how was my night?
Oh, God, I hate him because he's, a Jew. And I...
Really, you're going to believe the driver's a Jew?
Yeah, I know, right?
Boy, that was a stretch.
When I was getting my manicure, I had to wait an extra 20 minutes before the gook got to me.
I might as well be, racist all around.
Flashbacks of my drinking and driving days.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say that word, or now am I in trouble? I was just trying to...
What did you say?
Because he was...
the derogatory term for Asians.
I apologize for that.
From Southeast Asia.
I certainly have a lot of Asian friends, and I don't want to offend anybody with that
No offense taken. I'm fine.
All right, good. And you're part Asian. So I'm good.
Yeah.
And it's part Asian.
Of course.
That's you're allowed to say that.
And I said some things that I shouldn't have said, and they were wrong. And they were not only were they wrong, they were offensive. And people who were...
You don't believe that shit.
Not at all.
He doesn't believe it was wrong, and he doesn't believe it was
wrong.
Offensive. This is where we get the fake apologies.
I stood online at Starbucks. I got a coffee. They made it wrong, and I didn't get the proper change.
Driving back to my driving back from the Hamptons, there was a traffic jam.
This guy,
Census Bureau sent me 4 letters.
his excuses are beyond me. They're the worst.
People who were offended by it, deserve.
People thought they were anti-Semitic.
Yeah, deserve to know that. First of all, that's not what I meant. Second of all, I apologize, and it was wrong of me for me to be so careless and so inartful. But it happened, and I can't take it back. And you know what? Now I have to stand up and be responsible for it, just like I teach my kids.
It's fucking
just like I teach my kids.
Okay. You know what? Every single one of these guys should be able to say whatever the hell they want. And now he's got to go on an apology tour. And you know what? I don't even like the guy, but I don't like what's happening to him.
I like that
at all. That he has to go through this shit.
That it didn't come out right. Like he didn't mean that. Yet he's apologizing for it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What did you mean?
And and here's another point too. When they talk about the Jews running the business, the film business. Let me explain some of the people that don't realize this. Mm-hmm. Okay, they have higher up positions. You know who runs the entertainment or the film business? The banks, because they're the ones who are financing.
The banks run them all.
The banks. Now, who runs the banks?
I'll uncover whether it's the banks or the Jews.
Okay. Where do you think the money's coming from to finance these $200 million movies? The banks, okay, and investors.
But who
runs the banks? The WASP run the banks.
Do they?
Oh, really? Do you really think the Jews run Chase Manhattan Bank? The WASP run. And the Jews weren't even allowed to work. What's that?
They're going to get fired for this.
Who's going to get fired?
You.
How am I going to get fired for it?
Make fun
You're
of the
a comedian.
Wasps.
First of all, I can't get fired from a job I'm not getting paid for. I can get fired.
Fired from the comedian community.
Well, if Kenny walks in, I'll hit bonus, I guess. So,
can we get back to this, Rich?
But you see, I make some.
Yeah, I know.
All right, no, it's just really the whole perception of.
We got it. We really did.
And I guess I don't know what, the Greeks run the fucking Diamond District?
Diners.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
No, but what does that mean? They run the Diamond District. In every city, there's a Diamond District. It's the Jews?
I don't know. Did you just say that?
It probably is.
All right, let's go back to the audio. Rick says there's no minorities hosting news shows.
What the fuck is he?
There's a million of them.
I went in there with a chip on my shoulder. I was a little bit angry. And look, I will be honest with you, and I hope you don't mind my saying this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you look at the landscape right now in our media, in prime time, there's not a single Hispanic. There's not a single African American.
Every newscast is done by a black and a Hispanic.
There's blacks everywhere.
An Asian, a black, and a Hispanic on almost every newscast. What is he talking about? Is he talking about CNN and MSNBC?
What is he talking about? Every commercial is an Asian, a black, and a white person.
And they're making fun of the white person.
And they're having, yeah.
But I think he's
and
talking
they're
about
all having fun together.
I think he's talking about hosting news shows. But hosting news shows, wouldn't that be your local news? And
is he talking about news shows?
I think so. Yeah. I'll go back.
He said prime time. I thought he was talking about like TV
shows. Did he say prime time?
Media. In prime time, there's not a single Hispanic. There's not a single African American. In prime time, hosting a prime time show in the United States, which is 2020. I'm talking about newscast.
That's just 2020.
Yeah. Only 2020. You know, the show that's been on forever.
Yeah, he proved you wrong right there, Rich.
In the United States, which is 2020. I'm talking about newscasts in cable news. That's true. That's fair. I'm referring to cable newscasts, straight newscasts, not magazine shows. There's not a single Hispanic, a single Asian American, or a single American.
Connie Chung did have a show at CNN.
There's a lot of people who've had shows a little bit in the past. I'm talking about right now, though,
Rosanna
George.
Scotto.
And I think it's significant, that
so you do
we
think
do have some
prejudice.
Well, it's interesting the way you put that. No, I was wrong to say that, and I was wrong to scapegoat Jon Stewart.
Wow, he's got a chip on his shoulder.
Well, he certainly does.
What the fuck?
A corn chip.
That's right. I like blue chips.
And this,
blue chips, Rich?
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty.
Fritos?
In this society.
How bad do you want Fritos right now?
Oh, I hate Fritos.
You didn't like the Fritos?
They smell like feet. They're disgusting.
Oh, what, Rich?
I like Doritos.
In this society, where
society
in a capitalistic society, there's and Magic Johnson's smart because
he has AIDS.
He got AIDS.
Well, you see how he opened
how smart is
he opened his own theaters in urban areas. Okay, there's enough influential minorities where they could start their own distribution companies, their own movie theater. They can have
cocaine.
No. Do you see? It's not a closed business. Anybody else can start their own.
Magic Johnson starting the movie theaters.
Yeah.
So you say the black community should get together and just start doing business amongst themselves.
Yeah, they can make their own. There's enough influential black people. Oprah does it. She's smart. She has her own networks, and So
but she hires white people left and right.
What I'm saying is, I'm telling you what I'm talking about.
Confused.
Okay, what I'm talking about is the Jews that stick together and build their own empires, whether it be the Diamond District, like you said, or the entertainment.
Or pyramids.
What's stopping anybody else from doing it? What's stopping?
Exactly. I've said that many times.
I
say it at home all the time.
It's like the liberal mentality. We'll give you the fish, not us. We'll give you the pole. I heard that on the radio yesterday.
Well, I like that.
Are you just repeating something you heard on the radio?
Well, that's what you do in life anyhow. You only repeat what you've heard.
Give a man a fish he eats for a day. Teach a man a fish.
I like the pole part.
Yeah. No,
you got to teach him a fish, right, Rich?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Of course I heard it. That's what you learn.
I hear you.
Someone tells you something, you learn it, and you fucking repeat it. Okay?
A penny saved is a penny earned.
What's that?
I don't know.
A penny saved is a penny earned?
Figured your ears perked up.
And a little more audio from this Rich.
Please.
Is it Rick?
Opie,
Rick
please.
Sanchez?
Yes, Rick
And when
Sanchez.
I called John Monday and I said, why do you always pick on me? He said, because you're the one I like. You're the one I like. I mean, the guy's been so good.
You gave him some material getting tasered.
Well, but a lot of this stuff, though, it's like he'll criticize. And here's where I think there's an equalization issue that comes in from time to time that it bothered me. And again, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I was from time to time. Let me give you an example. How many feet and how many inches are in 10 meters?
How many feet and how many inches are in 10 meters? What is it, 330 feet?
No, in 10 meters.
Yeah.
It would be 10 meters is like 3, it's like 11 or something.
What is this, our show?
And so we come out.
What the fuck is he
talking
talking
about? What, are they just going to our show?
Yeah, really.
That's because he knows about... Oh.
What is he talking about?
I don't know. I thought
Who cares? We don't use meters in America.
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
Now, not with those pay boxes.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You should have done that in the Chip voice.
Or something, right? And so we come out. Anyway, exactly. I got confused. Well, one time I said on television that I didn't know how many feet and inches were in 10 meters, and I was part of Jon Stewart's skit where he had the whole audience laughing, saying, look how stupid Rick Sanchez is. So it's almost like if he does a piece on Glenn Beck calling the president a communist, then he has to do a piece on somebody at CNN, and I'm the one he chooses, and then he does that. And I was feeling like, you know, is that really fair, and why is it always me?
It's the Jew. The Jew is he's making fun of me.
Do you know
Shut up.
how
Jon Stewart has made fun of
fucking-
everybody at CNN, right?
How fucking liberals have trashed Bush. They did. What are you kidding me? The Sarah Palin skits on fucking Saturday Night Live. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
yeah.
And they were great too. She was fucking good at it.
But
okay,
they slammed her.
Yeah, they slammed her, but and she was dead on point, Tina Fey, with it. Okay, so the way they treat, you know, the right, Bush is Hitler, Bush is that. If any of them called Barack Idi Amin, they'd be fucking done the next day.
Oh, we'll find out, and hopefully you're right.
Idi Amin.
You know what
Are
I'm
you-
saying?
are you saying it, Rich? Or
No,
you
not
just-
at all. I like the guy.
Well, you just said it.
I said if someone else said it. I didn't say it, okay?
But it came out of
Maybe
your head.
you do need the lawyers here because I have a little bit of law background in my...
Well, do you?
None.
All right, here's
None.
here's the final clip, Anthony. Rick.
He says, not now, but maybe someday. Would you go back?
Absolutely. CNN is a wonderful, wonderful organization that treated me well and took care of my family, and I owe them loyalty because they've been good to me. CNN didn't screw up. Rick Sanchez screwed up. Rick Sanchez was inartful. Rick Sanchez said things that may have been offensive. Rick Sanchez unjustly accused Jon Stewart of being something he's not. I learned later that he's the classiest guy in the world when I called him, and I'm the one who needs to be in trouble. And if CNN ever takes me back, I'd be happy to go
You're a
back.
stand-up guy to come out.
Rick Sanchez likes Elaine. Rick Sanchez would like to date Elaine.
This fucking was like a political fucking advertisement.
Rick Sanchez is tired from going to his daughter's softball game.
Rick Sanchez knew Jon Stewart when he took my collect call.
Rick Sanchez has some insecurities there. He thinks Jon Stewart's going after just him, and that's why he took the shot at Jon Stewart, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but he took the shot at how they run CNN, the Jews, and no one else. So what he's saying is the Jews aren't hiring minorities to run these networks or
They hired him. Isn't that good enough for him?
I know. It's, you know what?
He's a Hispanic that got some nice prime time on CNN. They hired him. End of argument. What, he's special?
And didn't they offer him like his own 2 hours?
And what about
They bumped him.
Geraldo? What is he talking about? Doesn't Geraldo still have a show yet?
Yes, he does.
That wasn't brought up in the discussion.
No.
Geraldo's a minority. He's been on TV since I was born, I think.
It's proportionate, he's probably saying. Whatever. But, you know, this is, you know, TV isn't, what do you call it, affirmative action.
All right.
It's somebody's business.
We're going to take a break. Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. Rich Voss will be there Friday and 2 shows Saturday, right, Rich?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to cut you off because we got to get into Jocktober. We're running out of
You
shows.
think I was,
and Rich Voss on Twitter.
Did I make that? Yeah.
You did good, Rich.
I think did I make my point?
Yeah, I think you did. Were we listening properly?
Yeah, it was good listening.
We were listening
there.
properly?
Yeah, now I'm going to be stuck in the player or something. See what I mean? See what I'm saying? It's fucking stuck.
I know you're panicking, right? You
Not
need
at
that
all.
copy back, don't you?
Not at all.
All right. Jocktober after the break yet?
Yes, please.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show. The Virus. Sirius XM.
Opie and Anthony. Rich Voss doing a great job for us today. Anything we forgot it before we get into Jocktober?
All I'm fixated on is Jocktober.
Okay.
Actually, quickly, I also want to mention Jim Norton. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Foxwoods Casino, where he will be playing the Comedy Club. I will be playing the high roller table.
Nice.
So come down, say hi, see Jimmy, and leave me the fuck alone because I'm going to be very busy trying to take their money.
You're going to be gambling?
Yay!
I got to go to a wedding, so I won't be joining you boys.
Damn!
You go to a lot of weddings.
No.
I got a younger wife. And that's the age.
That's what it is.
She's in the age.
All her friends.
She's in that age group, man. I lived through that, where it's a wedding every weekend, and now I'm back in that world.
Oh, jeez.
This one's actually one of the ones that I do care about and would go to. But then there is absolutely a bunch where I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, I've been to a lot of weddings this year.
Let's play Golf Wednesday.
All right, let's do that.
Get your father-in-law. I'll teach him a lesson again.
Will you?
Yeah.
Who are we featuring on Jocktober?
I don't know. Where's Sam?
I don't know, but...
Anthony, really fast. Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Now they're saying he might have hit on the Jets team masseuse.
The masseuse? I hope it was a woman.
They're saying that he might have done that as well. Did you see Brett Favre's penis picture?
No, is it... They have a picture of it?
It's sad.
Supposedly, yeah.
What do you mean?
It's
hard or soft?
We don't know.
He was trying to get it plump, so he's squeezing the base.
Yeah, he's pulling down, like giving his penis a facelift to make it look like it's harder than it is. And people are saying that it looks small because he has huge hands. We're just saying he's got a small penis.
No.
I don't know. I don't think it could be that small if he's going to put it out there to some girl. You know what I mean? When it gets hard, it's probably fucking
Maybe
nice.
he thinks it's big.
Is that me? Oh.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, good. I don't give a fuck if the whole place breaks down now.
You got your DVD back. Why don't you thank Danny? He's been working on it for 20 minutes. I didn't hear no thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
You sure, Danny? Was it a proper thank you?
Yes, it was very
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gatsby. The hat.
Oh,
okay, good.
I have a couple. I bet you he has a nice... You don't send pictures of a small dick to anybody.
You want to see his dick?
Huh?
You want to see his dick?
If you turn the lights down, yes, I would love to. And hopefully through a hole in that wall.
That's the only way.
Yeah, I want to see it. Where's his dick?
We've all saw it. We were checking it out.
How did you see it?
Because it's everywhere.
You know what? If you fuck a celebrity and you're a celebrity and you do this, you have to kill them.
We don't know if they had sex.
you have to kill them?
Yes,
I don't think they had sex.
out.
I don't think
if you're a celebrity fucking
I don't think anything happened between these two. She was not really interested in Brett Favre. But then she decided, but I might as well ruin his life. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I think.
I gotcha.
She wasn't into him. Of course, all right, maybe you shouldn't have sent the cock pic, whatever. He also left voicemails. She was not into him at all, but decided, I might as well ruin his life, though.
Well, there's ways you could look at it. She could have said, leave me alone, or she also could have let him on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the whole story.
Well, where's the picture?
I don't know the whole story.
Jesus.
Well, our computer's down? Yeah, we're fucked for today.
All the computers?
Yeah. All the computers.
This whole place is like a meltdown.
Yeah, no shit.
Holy fuck, this reminds me of the millennium.
What is that?
Remember that?
Y2K. A big conspiracy.
Woo.
Are you talking about Y2K?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't talking about the hotel in New York.
Honestly, I don't remember that because nothing happened.
Yes, you did.
It was a
took
bust.
$400 out of the bank.
You did, right?
It's all life savings.
I was working Caroline's that night, and I filled a backpack with 4 cartons of cigarettes and everything.
Why? Did you think you weren't going to be able to get cigarettes after Y2K?
Well, if we got stuck in Caroline's in the basement, like a fallout shelter, I wanted to have smokes for a while.
You were worried about smoking?
Fallout shelter, Caroline's.
That's
You
where
were
I was
worried,
working.
if Y2K happened, you would have a lot more to worry about than having a cigarette.
Cigarettes.
I know. The fucking... Who's going to watch the movie now?
You wouldn't have time to smoke a cigarette. You'd be dodging death left and right.
Fucking in the middle of Times Square, you're done.
Oh, that
rioting.
Would be, that's where it's all going to
The
begin.
buildings are blowing up, and I'm dodging them.
Oh, shit. He did his own joke.
I like it. So the team masseuse claiming Brett Favre hit on her. It is on her, Anthony. So
yeah.
Well, you can't show me. Can you draw me it at least?
It's probably as small as your penis.
My dick is not. My dick is normal. It's nice when it's hard. It's normal when it's soft.
Have you seen his dick?
I have a picture of
He
it
always
hard.
shows pictures of it.
Here's the deal: when it's hard, it's not gigantic, it's not small, it's a little above average. One girl said to me, she goes, "Okay, it didn't hurt, but it didn't pop out." Okay. Okay, so she goes, "It's it was average."
Wow, is that a compliment? You think?
Yes. Well, if it popped out, then it's not.
That's really funny. We had Florentine in here. Can you do a classic for us? Because we do have some new listeners, and I think the old listeners would appreciate the story too. I'm going to write it down because I don't want to give away the punchline. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Because Florentine told me again, and I laughed like the first time I heard it.
That is a good one.
Oh, I don't know if
That's one of my favorites.
If I even remember. Hopefully, I'll remember.
Oh, you'll remember this one.
Yeah, you'll know that one.
No, I meant how to read. Oh, with me?
Yeah,
that's a true story.
I know. Could you tell it again?
Because
Florentine was telling me as we were leaving the other day.
Yeah,
and
I do
was
this
like,
on stage. I did it the other night. I do it once in a while. That, like, after a show, I picked up this girl at Rascals down the shore, right? So we went out. I go, let's go get something to eat. That's the line. You don't go, will you go home with me? Because if they say no, you don't have a chance. So let's go get something to eat. You get them a turkey burger. I mean, a hamburger.
And you got to eat anyway, so you figure, what the hell?
What the fuck,
Might increase my odds.
This is true. So we're in the diner, and I bought her whatever, a hamburger. I didn't get her the whole deluxe, what the fuck. And then we're sitting in the parking lot of the diner, and I start making out with her. She said, I can't do this here. I go, you know what, you're right. So I pulled out, I went next door to the car wash, right? And I started making out with her there. She goes, I can't do this here, right? And I'm fucking, she goes, I can't do it. I go, I know where there's a little hotel. It's I didn't tell what kind, but on the other side of the highway on 35 or 36 by Rascal South, there was like one of those, you check in for like, an hour or whatever.
Just for fucking.
We pull in the parking lot, and there's not one car in there. Not one car in the lot. I'm not bullshitting. And, it's all, it's a beaten down side of the road motel.
Yeah.
And before I go in to get the room, we start making out. Right? And then she either blew me or jerked me off, and I shot a fucking load. Right. So I go, wait here.
I'll go get us a room.
Oh, fuck. Who's calling me?
It's that girl. She's
it's
pissed.
Bonnie. Hello?
Oh, Bonnie.
It's good. Hold on. I'm telling the story. So, oh, shit. I just hung up by mistake. So, I shot a load.
In the parking lot of the motel.
Yeah, and I go, wait here. I walked into the hotel, and I came back to the car. I go, they're all sold out. Right? And she goes, there's no cars here. I go, it's a crack hotel. But then when I went to drop her off at my car, I hand her my CD as she's getting out of the car, like it's a parting gift.
Yeah, here you go.
Well, because you blew your load, you had no desire to be in a motel room with her, so you went.
Why the fuck? I already shot my.
Sold out.
I know. That's the joke. I don't know why they call it come. They should call it leave. How did Florentine pull up?
What did Bonnie want? And where's Sam? We got to do Jocktober. Let's do
Why
this.
is she calling me at work?
This isn't work.
She knows you're here, right?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
That means she's up to something. How's it going?
Uh-oh.
What the fuck would somebody...
She wanted to make sure you're here,
she wanted
not
to
on your way back.
She wanted to make sure you didn't leave early.
All she's got to do is keep the radio on.
Classic move, Rich. Now I understand your paranoia.
You got satellite at home?
I got it on my phone. I had the.
Can she get it?
No, it's not hooked up.
Oh, see,
now
she would just listen.
Now she's not going to answer. And say
now she knows she's got time.
Yeah.
How much time? If you left right now, how long would it take you to get home?
See, Opie and Anthony know the reason you're calling. You
put her on speaker at least.
How can I put her on speaker? How do you do? Oh wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, speaker. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Put the phone next to the mic.
They're saying, now I didn't say this, they are, that the reason, this wasn't me because I'm a different guy now, they're saying the reason you're calling to see how I'm doing, because you know I'm at radio, because you're trying to get a feel whether I could be coming home any minute now. That's what they're saying. Now, what's your response?
My response is that it would take you a long time to get home anyway.
Yeah, but you don't know. You could. Oh wait.
I know where you are. I know where you are.
Wouldn't she just have sex when you're playing golf 8 times a week?
I'm not worried about you having sex with a girl. If you have sex with other guys, I just don't want you to tell me.
She thinks I'm gay. She thinks I'm gay.
Because you won't have sex with her enough.
We had sex last night.
Then it was 2 weeks before that.
And Hey, Bonnie, do you like kissing Rich Voss still? Because Rich says he doesn't like kissing you.
No, I didn't say... hello?
Or make out.
Hello? Can you hear me? I said we don't make out as much as we did in the beginning. That's all. I didn't say I didn't like it. I love making out. We just don't get around to it as much with the baby and everything. Hey, we watched some of the movie. Everybody's cracking up. Fucking Kenny couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Can I talk to Bonnie? Bonnie, if you could hear me, Rich was mad because we weren't watching the film properly, by the way. No, I'm not even kidding. He got he got really mad at us because Aunt just happened to maybe do a quick text or something in the middle of it, and he got really upset and said, "Well, we're not watching anymore because you're not watching properly."
That's sweet.
So he's sticking up for you. I thought we were watching properly. We thought it was the rough cut we saw. It looks really good. So.
All right, we got to go. We got to do Rocktober. Everybody's waiting for Rocktober.
It's called Jocktober.
It's Jocktober. This is one of their biggest bits that they do every year.
Okay, cool. I can't hear what's going on anyway.
All right, bye.
She should just call the show.
She doesn't know the number.
Where's Sam? Is he around for this Jocktober?
Yeah, come on, Sam.
What the fuck would you say to my wife? I don't like kissing her. You want to start a fight?
You said it on the radio.
Yeah, but no one listens.
I can't even beat you up for that one. I don't have a comeback for that one, Rich. You're right. You're so right.
Jesus, two lawyers.
So basically, saying it on the radio, it's like
what the fuck?
Shouting in the middle of the forest. Does anyone ever actually hear it?
Jesus.
Sam, what do we got for Jocktober? Is it a quickie? Because we only got 12 minutes left.
Oh, fuck.
Not really.
How's the vibe down the hall today? Pretty good, I would assume?
No. Well, the problem was some of the things that you said, I mean, they would have upset anybody in their situation.
Why?
Really?
What did I say wrong today? I don't understand it.
Read their emails as if it's ridiculous that you're even sending me this, and then you made a point to announce when the exact time was that you just ignored them completely and stopped responding.
But my point was well taken, right? Why I do that.
I took it well.
Okay.
Made sense to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I want to fuck your eyebrows.
Wow. Wow, you miss hairy bushes, huh? You want a hairy bush?
Ugh, I don't like that.
I think we want to just talk to Rich for the next 10 minutes.
My God.
Yeah, fuck Jocktober.
Jocktober can wait, Rich Voss. I don't know.
But can you tease who you were going to do? I want to see if I know him.
We still have a...
Actually, we could do this, Sam, because I don't think we have to play all these tracks.
Yeah, let's just get a couple.
Yeah.
All right.
Explain.
Well, we highlight... what show is it?
I don't know. They're all,
Are they blurring together?
Same shit.
More or less.
I think on Thursday, a show that had a prank call service called Carmen's Calls. And so, as a special treat for all the Jocktober fans, I went and found every radio station that uses Carmen's Calls.
The same bit?
Yes, they all...
And they all make believe that Carmen is special for just their radio show.
Yes, like this is their prank call lady,
awesome.
Carmen.
I did radio a couple weeks ago, and it was a guy and a lady, and the lady was sitting like this in the chair with her legs up like a lady.
Yeah.
I'm going, how the fuck can you do good radio sitting like that?
Side saddle.
You know what I'm talking about, like this? And
Yeah, sitting like a fucking
and it was
chick.
fucking the worst.
Well, here's Carmen calling Rebecca and Leo on B93 in Odessa, Texas. Oh, that's who we did, right?
This was the first show.
Rebecca in the morning time, B93, and it's Monday morning, and, well, you got your coffee, you're ready to roll.
You got your coffee. You got your coffee. Your iPad. You're going through the news. The mics are on.
Roll, and now you got your Carmen. You know what I'm saying? Why? Ándale, Carmen. Ándale.
Hola, it's Inda Navarada Queen Carmen San Diego de la Joya Ruiz Rivera Perez, tú sabes. And it's time for Carmen's Calls with Leo and Rebecca on B93. Oh, what does the B stand for? Oi.
Hello?
Hola, can I please speak to Mrs.
Yeah, this is she.
Hi, my name is Skyderman, and I'm calling with Times. We're a little concerned at the fact that little has not been in school this entire semester yet, and we have her enrolled, and we wanted to know if she's doing okay.
No, I didn't enroll her.
Because she's enrolled, we saved a spot for her, which means that another child wasn't able to take it. Which means that we're out some money. Which means that you are now responsible for that money.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, if someone else wants the spot, they can have it. But
That's great, but now I have to start making phone calls, and that costs me money because I have to actually take time. And time, of course, is...
Can you tell me how you got my phone number?
Excuse me. Next time you have a question, raise your hands.
This is ridiculous.
Hello?
Wow, you got her to hang up.
Wow.
You got the bad actress to hang up.
Yeah. No, she worked at a school.
Wow.
Oh, really?
The bad actress hung up, Sam.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Hello?
She called back.
Hello?
Hola, this is Carmen. I believe we were disconnected.
No, we were not disconnected. I hung up on you.
We've already started the school year, and this entire time we've been marking her as absent. Which means...
Are you saying you're charging me?
Exactly.
That's ridiculous. I don't understand.
What's ridiculous?
First of all, I've never heard of anything like this happening before. And what is wrong with you people?
What do you mean, you people?
No, I don't mean you people.
Who's in
Louis Beans?
Yeah. Who's enjoying this shit?
It's not.
I would
funny,
understand
it's
if
not
it was
interesting. It's nothing.
I would understand if it's on one radio station, but we're about to show you what happens with this shit.
Yeah.
I mean you people. I mean
What
your
do you
school.
mean, you
I don't
people?
understand.
You don't understand, and apparently your daughter's not going to understand much either because you don't want to bring her to school. Hello?
She can't contain
Hello.
herself.
Yes. What?
What do you mean? Excuse me. There's no need for you to be rude, okay?
Let me ask you a question. I don't understand.
Oh, excuse
how...
me. I already told you to raise your damn hands. I'll put your ass on timeout.
Are you?
Are you?
Do you teach at a school for children? Are you?
No, I don't. Maybe that's why your kid ain't here.
Yes.
Oh, no, they didn't. Hello, Leo and Rebecca. They hung up on me. I'm through.
Done! Wow.
So she says, Leo
How
and
did
Rebecca.
Carmen get a job with the
Right.
district? I'm just wondering, you know?
That must be part of the fee you pay, is that she sends a thing
At
with
the
your
end.
names at the end.
You don't think she was sitting in there with them like,
No.
Here's
And that
my
makes it
latest-
sound like she's part of the show.
And yeah, their special little showpiece there.
Yeah.
Well, what you're about to see is she calls all over the fucking country, making believe she's only calling for that one radio station, Anthony. Here's Carmen calling Lucas and Amanda. We won't play the whole bit, don't worry.
Please.
On K-Win in Stockton, California.
California, coast to coast, Carmen.
The K-Win Morning Block Party with Amanda and Lucas.
Hello.
Hola, my name is Carmen, and I was calling to ask if you'd like to participate in a survey.
I'm sorry. I don't really have any time right now to be.
It'll only take literally 1 minute.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Yes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, do you like nuts?
Get it?
Why are you laughing?
I'm.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing?
Exactly.
No one would
Even
laugh.
she knows.
I don't.
I'm sorry. I really.
No,
I don't have time.
Why are you laughing? Hello?
Hello.
Hola, this is Carmen. I believe we were disconnected. I'm calling.
Yeah.
No, listen. I'm calling because I wanted to know if you wanted to participate in a survey. You
You're
said
the
okay,
editor,
and then
right?
you started
Yeah.
laughing, and then it just stopped.
Okay.
I just wanted to know if you like nuts.
Actress
Okay.
from the
It's from the other call?
from the other call.
No,
Sounds
they're
similar.
Different. They work at different places.
Wait a second.
Sam.
This isn't one person selling her bits to a bunch of radio shows, or is this every radio show pretending they're Carmen? What the fuck is this? I'm lost.
Oh, Rich.
You
Just-
don't even know the
Oh,
basics
Rich.
of what we're doing right now.
I kind of do.
Rich, it is
You
indeed.
know, you didn't set it up kind of like my movie.
I set it up nice.
I didn't grab
It's the
it.
same fucking person making believe she's working for one lousy radio station, but she's working all over the country.
It's just a service. Like
It's
you
a
just,
service, which basically what we're trying to show people is that these morning shows don't do their own material. They just buy material out
That's
there.
what I'm saying.
So they're useless on the radio.
Okay,
Why? What is the problem? What?
And Anthony's now pointing out that the other person on the other end of the phone sounds like the exact same person, too.
Other actors. I think there's only two people.
Because not only is it a fake prank call, people are buying fake prank calls instead of coming up with their own material for their morning shows.
I like nuts. I love nuts.
Oh, yeah. Do you like nuts in your mouth?
That's usually where I eat them.
Where else do you put them?
Woo!
Why are you laughing?
This is just... Is this a joke? Is this for real?
Why every time when I say nuts, you start laughing?
I mean, okay, you asked me to take a survey. I'm sorry, I don't...
I asked you, do you like nuts? You said, yes, you like nuts. Then I said, do you like them in your mouth? And you said, yes, that's how you eat them. And then I asked you, where else do you keep them?
You know what? I'm sorry. How much longer is this survey going to take?
Have you ever had nuts?
I'm not exactly sure what this is about.
Have you ever had nuts in your car?
Same girl?
In my car?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm driving, I will pack a snack of nuts.
What about nuts in your pants?
Excuse me?
In your pocket. Have you ever taken a pack of nuts in your pocket?
I'm sorry, how is this relevant?
Have you ever had nuts in your...
Okay, I'm sorry.
What? Your handbag?
No, I haven't.
So when you eat...
Here's the thing. Even if this was the best phony phone call, it's still a phony phone call.
Yeah, but it doesn't even start there, where it's not even a good fucking prank call.
You should talk to Carmen for your documentary.
Well, Anthony, Carmen makes a brand new call for Obie and Lil Sean on Power 95.3 in Orlando.
We haven't heard it yet. Brand new.
We're not going to play we're not going to fucking play.
No, please, don't even play as much as
we won't.
played.
Obie and Lil Sean morning show.
It's 8:29 right now. It's 65 degrees this morning. We're going to go into the 80s, but still breezy.
Now on to another new adventure of the Carmen call.
This is brand spanking new.
This time on. You know what? I don't even need to relay what's going on. Let's check this out. Carmen's getting a friend of hers.
Hello?
Hola, my name is Carmen, and I was calling to ask if you'd like to participate in a survey.
I'm sorry. I don't really have any time right now to be...
It'll only take literally 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, do you like nuts?
Oh, my God.
That's the exact same answer.
Exact same one.
Both shows purchased the same call.
Oh, God.
And introduced this brand spanking new.
Yeah, let's go to Carmen with a brand spanking new call.
Let's go to Carmen calling Jay and Julian on B96 in Chicago.
B96, this is Jay and Julian. Carmen's 7 a.m. crank call time. Wow. Carmen is calling a guy to let him know that his credit card might have been stolen.
You may want to hear what he's buying, though. Apparently, he may want to lose a couple pounds. Future Biggest Loser contestant, maybe?
Hello?
Hi, is available?
This is...
Hi, I'm operator 1142, and I'm calling with card service.
It's Carmen.
It's Carmen. It's Carmen.
And then Carmen calls someone in Wichita.
Wichita.
For the Power Morning Play.
Listen to the intro for her, though.
Our Carmen call this morning, well, it's just downright mean, I gotta tell you that.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Carmen being mean? No, never.
Well, we got this email from a guy. He has a friend, I guess, who likes to go to strip clubs all the time. And,
is this gonna be the same call as the other call that we didn't play?
But he's making it like he got an email, and then Carmen called.
Oh boy!
Because they know Carmen.
Carmen's on their show.
Yeah.
She's their prank call.
So they
lady.
got Carmen to call.
All right.
well, he wanted Carmen to call up his wife.
Okay.
So we have a guy in Wichita this morning that's really hot.
He's in Wichita.
Carmen.
Yeah.
And maybe a little ticked at you and I, too.
I have no idea why you would be upset with us.
Here it is. Carmen up to no good. It's another Carmen call on Power 93.9.
Filler. Phone sounds filler.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello, who is this?
Hello, my name is Carmen. Is there?
The same girl.
She's calling Wichita. She's in Wichita.
This bitch is a gypsy.
I know your husband.
Okay.
Well, I don't really know him. I'm a dancer at Big Al's, and he's been coming here
in
for the
Wichita,
past...
I'm sure.
Yeah. Big Al's is in Wichita. I'm sure it is.
Somebody in Wichita is unhappy.
It continues. Carmen calls the morning show on 95.5 The Beat in Atlanta.
Carmen, you're in a lot of pain. You're itching a lot.
Yeah, well, I told you.
Don't go there.
You see them using the sound bites
you
as
can't
if
be
she's in
around all
studio.
those people or doing whatever you're doing with those people.
Go ahead and call up this person.
Oh my God! How do they sit there with any pride?
Hello, flowers. It's a beautiful day for flowers. This is how may I help you?
Hola, my name is Carmen.
girl again.
I'm calling to complain. I received flowers from my boyfriend today.
Okay.
Okay, and he said that he got me
Same shit. They're just buying a bit, making believe it's their own.
But she said they told her to. Hey,
he goes,
give her a
"Hey,
call.
go ahead, call. You make that call.
Answering your phone is now officially deemed dangerous.
Danger's my middle name.
The phone jacks on the Cypher Sounds and Rosenberg show. Hot 97.
Hold on, Carmen. We're still taking calls right now on this Tiger Woods situation. Basically, I asked the question, does being a cheater make you a bad father?
Yes.
K. Fox, our decision may be overturned because women are upset right now.
Well,
and they
I'm
are
a
calling.
woman, and I just wish that I had a father in my life.
All right.
You know, but I don't think that it makes you a bad father.
Well, we're gonna talk about that next after Carmen's phone jack, because you know Carmen is up to her same old tricks, man. Carmen wants some information about hand-carved wooden ducks. Do you respect wood?
I respect wood.
But the guy she talks to, she starts calling him a loser for making those ducks. Carmen, you can't do both.
Carmen, like she's right there.
Yeah, she is.
Hello?
Hola, my name is Carmen. I wanted to get some information about the hand-carved wooden ducks.
Yeah, what would you like to know?
I want to know what they're for.
Actually, years ago, wooden ducks, decoy ducks, were for duck hunting, but now they're collector's items.
What do you mean,
But
decoy duck? Like, just in case, like, you didn't get any ducks, you brought them home just to make you feel better? Like, look, I got a duck.
No. They originally, they still are made, but they're more high-tech now. Originally, they were to put on the lake, and the other ducks would be attracted to them, and then you'd shoot those ducks.
And who makes the hand-carved wooden ducks?
Well, I prepare them. What?
What a loser.
What?
What? Hello?
Oh, no, call back.
Do you want to hear the call back?
No.
I want to hear Carmen call back.
This is New York City, blazing hip hop.
If you make it to New York radio, you should be doing your fucking own bits.
As a radio, I don't know.
Or if you're playing this horseshit, just say, "Look, here's some horseshit the PD
We have to play.
Yeah, that the PD fucking bought to enhance our show. Here it is."
I don't
Nick
know
Callen's
radio
talent
etiquette.
guy.
Can you
Hola,
call
this
these
is Carmen. I
stations
believe
and
we were
expose them?
disconnected.
No, we weren't disconnected. I just hung up on
Why
you.
did you hang up on me?
No one
What
likes
it
you guys
sounds to me
anyhow.
like you get a fake duck, try to make it look like a real duck so that other ducks would be attracted to it. Well, like you're into some kind of duck porn.
Okay, you really have some attitude, lady. I'm really sick of this, okay?
It sounds like to me you got to find a real woman, for God's sakes.
Will you shut up?
Or are you making one of those out of wood?
Great acting.
What?
There.
What?
What?
What? What did you say?
What?
What did you say?
Why are you yelling at me?
What?
You were the. No, what did you say? Never mind. Forget it. Okay, lady, I'm sorry.
No,
Forget it.
listen. At least you're not as much of a loser as those guys that make the high-tech fake ducks.
What?
Those guys are really geeks.
What?
Got the ad-libbing skills of money.
Can you hear me? You.
That's right, hot97.com for your phone jacks. You can listen to them whenever you want. And Gotterman'sCalls.com if you want to see me naked. Just kidding. You know you like it.
You hear how the audio quality drastically changes because she said that separately than the fucking prank call.
That's the fucking bit, man. You guys should be calling these
What?
stations
What?
daily.
What?
Daily and asking them why are they doing this.
Why are you doing like a fake Carmen chick bit?
Yeah, they'll go on the air with you to get national radio. What are you kidding me?
Of course they will. Oh, and expose
I'm
themselves
gonna do that.
as the frauds that they are.